All right, welcome, folks. We should be up and streaming now. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome, Burninator, and others who will be joining shortly. This week, we are starting a new game of Civ 4. We are continuing our tradition of the winner of the season of Civ 4 AI Survivor, playing out a single player game with them on Immortal difficulty. No variant, just trying to win. So that means we're going to be using Ramesses. My thinking is we'll try to play Ramses kind of the way the AI does it, because that's proven to be a fairly effective strategy overall. So we're going to try to play Ramses the same way: found a religion, build early Stonehenge, get an early shrine, and then spread the religion. And if it makes sense to go for culture, we can have that option, or just try to have a shrine that's like with a very widely spread religion and try to make friends that way. I am going to make one small concession. Is I'm going to pick leaders randomly, but I'm going to randomize them ahead of time, and I'm only going to pick leaders that don't start with mysticism, because this strategy is not going to work if we can't get one of the early religions. And I want to give myself at least a chance, because if we just randomize the leaders normally, we could very easily just have all the religions get taken instantly, and then that's going to nerf Ramses enormously. So we will pick random leaders, but I'm going to roll them kind of out of game. And then if we roll, like, I don't know, Isabella, then we just will roll another leader for that reason. So yeah, we'll just beeline monotheism, right? We'll just research 4 religious texts out of the gate. That's a sure recipe, because on Immortal difficulty, you can't really mess around. You have to play pretty seriously. It's not easy to win on that difficulty. All right, now one other thing I do with the Winner Circles games is that I typically try to feature some unusual map scripts as well. Is the screen black for all of you? Really? It looks good on my end. Is anyone else getting the issue Shallow Thoughts getting? Because it looks good on my end. Okay, hopefully it's just on your end. Okay, that is good. Always worthwhile asking that question, because just because it looks good on my end does not mean it looks good for all of you. What I was trying to say is, one thing I try to do with these games is I also try to feature some unusual map settings or map scripts, and that's because Civ 4 has a lot of really cool ways you can put the map together. There's both the normal scripts, and there's also user-made ones. I'm going to use a user-made script, which is called the Caldera script, and when I put this up on YouTube, I will try to include a link to where you can grab this one. And I'm going to first, before we start the game for real, I'm just going to show what this looks like in debug mode, and then we'll re-roll and we'll do like the actual game. So it starts out looking normal, but there's a whole bunch of different options. We'll do temperate, starting location on the largest landmass, new world creation random. Map shape, I tested some of these. I like the square option. We'll do size factor large, coast random. We'll do rocky islands random. Oh, wait, no, I think I did normal there. And then what is it? Ground normal, coast random, extra rivers random. Okay. So let me go ahead and show what this looks like. Again, we'll go back and restart the game in a second. But I'd like to show what this map script looks like, because this is a pretty cool user-made map here. All right. I hope we get a start. I would love if this were the actual start. Look, oh my god. Why couldn't this be our actual start? We have an agriculture resource. We have a gold tile. Oh my god. Why couldn't this be our actual start? Anyway, that would be fantastic. Okay, this is what the map script looks like. Everybody starts around the rim of this caldera, and you have islands in the middle, which is pretty cool overall. Oh, did we do the Civ 7 check? I actually looked. Civ 7 had 2 viewers, and Civ 6 had like 200 something viewers before we started. So this is a really cool looking map script. And so we'll get a map that looks something like this overall. And like that, everybody starts on the outer edges of the map. And then there's like then there's a mountain barrier on the edges, and then there's, islands in the middle for people to compete over. There's no circumnavigation. So I just thought this was a cool map, and we'll go ahead and roll a new one and see how that goes. All right, so we need to be Ramses, otherwise this is pointless. All right, now we need to roll who our leaders are. So let me go ahead and grab the list of all the leaders. We'll do this a very straightforward way. Support AI Survivor. I have all the leaders listed in some of my past spreadsheets for this. I really should have grabbed this before starting, but I did not. I need to go actually back to before I did seeded leaders. Season 3 should do the trick here. Okay. I'll put this on the screen so people can see what the heck I'm talking about. So here's just all the leaders in order. We're going to number draw these leaders, and if they start with mysticism, we're gonna just redraw again. All right, so how many of these do we need? We need to do this 6 times. 6 times. All right, so 1. Okay, random.org. 1 to 52. 49. According to our list, that is Wang Khan, who starts with mysticism. So that's a redraw. 43, who is Sitting Bull. Fine, Sitting Bull, everybody's favorite, right? All right, Sitting Bull for 1. This does mean we know who our opponents are before starting, but we would find them out soon enough anyway. 48, who is Victoria. Okay, that could be bad. But that's what the game selects. Getting a bit of a Season 9 feel here with Victoria. And now we need to do 4 more. 50. What is with all these numbers at the end of the number sequence? That's Willem. Okay. I'm not liking how many financial leaders are here. But that's what the game rolled, so that's what we got. And then we need to draw 3 more. 18, who is Hammurabi. Okay, a little bit less concerned about that. A lot of mostly peaceful AIs, for what it's worth. So maybe we can do something religious. 41 is Saladin, so that's a no. 8. Charlemagne, that's a no as well. He also starts with mysticism. 20. Hattie, okay. Sure, we can do double Egypt. Be interesting to see what color she ends up as a result of this, because she won't have the default yellow. So we got double. We have like all these peaceful leaders. It's going to be a build fest, I guess. 20. Okay, well, we can't draw Hattie twice in a row. Wait, what the? Did we draw 23 times in a row? Did I see that? And then Mehmed, okay, there's one person who's a little bit more violent there. Mehmed, okay. So we got our leaders here. Let me go back to the default screen so people can see. Okay, well, that was bizarre. Did we really roll a 23 times in a row on a 1 to 52? Is that insane? Anyway. All right, so Sitting Bull, Victoria, Willem, Hammurabi, Hatshepsut, Mehmed. Not a very violent group, but this could be difficult from an econ perspective, certainly. All right, let's get our settings again, because unfortunately they do reset. Starting locations, New World creation, no New World. Square. New World means the islands in the middle are not reachable until astronomy, which I do not really want that. Coast. Coast is fine. Ground. Just do random there. Extra rivers, random. Human units. Okay. And let me make sure that the game settings are right. So not advanced start. City raising. No. We'll leave barbarians on. No aggressive AI for this game. We don't need random personalities. Choose religions is fine. That makes the game more interesting, I think. No tech trading. No vassal states. No villages. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started then. Let's hope we have a start like the one I did for my test game. Okay, this does not look nearly as good. This does not look nearly as good. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we have to get the one of the challenge, right? Yeah. Plains Cow is good. Plains Cow is good. Do we go here to this spot so that we get all these resources? I mean, I feel like we kind of have to, right? Fast 8th. I feel like we kind of have to go to the circled spot. Am I crazy? Not allowing triple. Just so you guys know, you can pick the same leader multiple times if you want. Civ 4's engine does allow that. I think we started a game once where I picked Gandhi and then we set 7 Montezumas as the opponents. You can do that. overall. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we definitely have to move here. I don't love having this many water tiles. Now that said, coastal capital is pretty valuable on this map. You saw there's a lot of islands out there. We're obviously in the southeast corner. I think we have to take this because if we go here, which gives it well, because like let's if we otherwise we probably found like here, but then that orphans the crabs, which is probably not worthwhile. This is a downloadable map script. This is not built into the game. That's a great question. When I put this on YouTube, I'll try to post the link to where people can find it. It's on Civ Fanatics. If you go on their map script forum, you can see Caldera. We could also do we also go on this tile? It is a Plains Hill. We get the extra hammer. Like, is the Plains Hill better? It does take one extra turn to move there. Interesting decisions here on the first turn of the game, by the way. Because the Plains Hill is good. It's not. It is definitely not a War Chariot rush map because I don't think we can even reach the other AIs. How much do we care about being on a river? It's not super important to be on a river. Long term, you'd like to be able to cottage these. You're not going to orphan the crab. No, I can't orphan the crab. The question I'm looking at is more, do I want this tile or this tile? The Plains Hill. Well, you know what we can do? We can move here. And we'll get visibility on one more tile. I guess we still have a couple of... This still gives us a couple. Riverside cottages can go here, here, here. And even here. They should have enough food for that. I think we found here. No, I think this is where to go. The river is not that important, and we have 3 health resources here already. All right, I think we do found on this tile. Okay, the whales is whatever. We had a couple different suggestions. Yeah, the unforested is probably this is a good chance this is a strategic resource here. We had a couple different suggestions on names here. We had Mighty Pen. The pen is mightier than the sword. Winner Circle. Pirate. I'm not doing Pirate. We'll just do Winner Circle. I'm fine with that. Alright. Start with the worker. It's kind of a slow worker. Alright, and you guys know, if we're going for religion, we have to go mysticism into one of the two. Oh, well, we moved away from spices, but that's not a particularly important resource. Let's be honest there. Not a key resource. Also, apparently this is where the barrier is. So we'll have more land to the east and southeast and south. But no one should be here on this little subcontinent here. Hopefully that'll keep the... Hopefully they'll keep the barbarian spawns down. It'll be interesting to see just how much space we have. Now, of course, the first couple turns in Civ 4, there's not a lot to see. And warriors only get one movement in this game, unlike in the later Civs. Yes, we will try to go Stonehenge as well. It might be... because we really, really want Stonehenge to unlock free obelisks and to start generating great profit points. It's it might be settler into Stonehenge, like well spice is a possible. So yeah, that tile right there is definitely possible. All right, well we got at least one happiness resource in the form of this furs. I'm not seeing a ton of food here outside of the capital though. And, okay, we have orphaned a clam. More likely we have to put a city there to get the clams. That's okay, though. Having a coast on the a capital on the coast, though, I think is going to be pretty valuable. Because we're going to need to get out onto the islands pretty quickly with this setup here. Oh, hello. I really hope we don't lose this first warrior. Please don't lose this first one. I'd like to fortify the warrior here to help fog bust. All right, please. Well, literally the very first monster we see. What was the odds? We had 2/3 odds to win, but we barely damaged the lion at all. Great. Well, at least animals can't enter your borders, but that means we won't even be able to explore whatever's on our little island area here. No free wins on Immortal, that's correct. All right, now, here's a more interesting question. Meditation or polytheism? The advantage of polytheism is if you fail and you don't get the religion, then you have a much better shot at going for monotheism thereafter. The advantage of meditation is it's cheaper, and it also lets you go to Oracle. We're because we gamed the start. We're gonna go for meditation, and if we get beat, we probably have to restart this game because we'll just be screwed here. Well, not a lot to do on these turns. Not a whole lot to do. Okay. And that's a wrap because someone just took the meditation religion. Okay, well, that's basically a game over. We didn't get our religion and we're halfway invested. Someone went for it. One of the AIs did. Okay, well, let's try this again. Oh, shoot. I hope I can remember who we rolled for this. I think I remember everybody. Sometimes that happens. One of the AIs evidently went immediately to meditation. And quick stream today, guys. And because they... what's his name? Because they are on Immortal and the techs are cheaper. Any AI will beat us to that. Let's see. We had Hammurabi. We had Hattie. We had Mehmed. And then we had a bunch at the end of the list. Like multiple leaders. So we had Willem and Victoria. And who was the last one that we had? Someone in chat will remember. We had Vicky, Willem, and then there was one more that we rolled. I thought it was some... Oh, Sitting Bull. We're missing Sitting Bull. There we go. Thanks, guys. You guys got it in chat just as I thought of it. Okay. That's the thing about Ramesses is this is kind of a very fragile setup here for him. Okay. Discourage, square, large, coast, random, extra rivers. All right. And those other settings should be the same. All right, Ramesses. Let's do it this time. It was probably Vicky who went there because of the Christianity. Okay. All right. Now this is not on a coast, and in fact, this actually looks worse than what we had before. Where's our resources, you guys? Where's our resources? I don't see any resources here at all. What? What is this? Okay, that's better. I was hoping that there would be some in the fog. Thankfully, there were some in the fog. Pig iron seems pretty good. Now, this is a high production capital, not a lot of commerce capital. Curse breaker, pig iron. I'll do the curse breaker, I suppose. Okay. Let's hope this time someone doesn't immediately go for the same religion. The good news is we've got the wheat. The bad news is it is a dry wheat, and there's not a ton of commerce potential here. Definitely has the furs are nice, certainly. We look like we're in the southwest instead of the southeast this time. That's all the AI settling in the fog. So we'll just see what's out here. Yes. Okay. Another cow. I'm not checking their teching in debug mode. Once the game starts, we are not messing around in debug mode. Not once it starts. Okay. Oh, no. We're in the northwest, not the southwest. I thought at first we were in the southwest, but no, we're in the northwest. Okay. So our expansion vector is to the south. This means the first city we plant really has to be on the coast. And this might not... This is quite possibly the spot. Because it would be on a river 1, 2, 3 tiles away with the plains cow in range. All right. Now you need to start heading back in this direction because obviously that's a dead end. All right. Creative culture is nice. The backlines look pretty crummy, I have to say. Not the most impressive backlines. The good news is we can fog bust most of this with not too many units invested because like the creative border, remember with creative we do pop the borders again pretty quickly. Oh wait, do we? Wait, no, we're not creative. Never mind. We're spiritual industrious. For some reason I thought we were creative. No, Ramesses is spiritual industrious, not creative. Getting him confused with Hatshepsut. Okay, but where are the resources? um, where are the resources at? Not seeing a ton of them so far. Oh, whales. Okay, I guess whales are a resource. All right. Hi there, Mr. Lion, but unlike last time, you were attacking across a river, and by the way, we can turn animations back on again, because um, we're late enough in the game, we're early enough in the game, we don't have to worry about that. Alright. You're attacking across a river into a forest. If we lose this, I don't know what to say. Well, we went down to 0.2 health. What the heck? How? What the heck? We had 97% odds and we almost lost. We had 97% odds and we almost lost that one. What the heck? No, I'm aware of the fact that more AIs go for meditation. If this fails again, then I'll consider it. Look at this. We actually went all the way. We got hit 1, 2, 3. So out of these rounds of combat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We lost 6 of the first 7 rounds of combat. And we have whatever 15. We have 50. What is it? We had 26 out of 41% odds to win each one of those rounds. So we had 63% odds to win each round. And at their 37%, they won 6 out of 7 rounds at 37%. That's insane. And then we had to win 3 times in a row just to not die in the combat. That's ridiculous. Anyway, shouldn't have, so we have no choice but to sit here and heal for the time being. Because if we so much as sneeze another unit and see another unit, then that unit is dead. Hi there, lions. Well, hope if you move next to me, I'll have to move back, but... Okay, turn around and went back again. Alright, if the AI is going to pop this religion, it'll be on like this turn. So if not... Wait, what the... We already met someone? Where did we meet Victoria? What the heck? You gotta be kidding me. Two games in a row. 2 games in a row now. The AI immediately opens. 2 games in a row now. The AI just opens meditation instantly out of the gate. Okay. I don't know what my luck is. This year, everything season 9, I'm just like absolutely cursed. I don't get it. We keep running these alternate histories, and in most of them, my picks have been really good in the alternate histories. Now, not the one that Mr. Raging Barbarian / Atesh just did, where Mansa Musa was my pick, and he was awful in that one. It is not programmed, so at least one AI goes for a religion. It is not programmed, but the AI does, they do like to go for meditation. All right, well... we're going to try this one more time. I guess we were wrong to go for meditation. They have gone for meditation every game, which I guess is not shocking, but it's still pretty annoying. I don't like having to redo these starts. I really do not. I was like... Anyway. But no, they are not... We have seen... I'm pretty sure we've seen games where no one goes for religion in AI Survivor. It's rare, but I'm pretty sure that they are not programmed to always go for religion, because they don't. The AI does not play as a team in this game. It's not like they have a collective behavior that they all engage in. Rough start here for this game, you guys. Rough start. Can't even get past the initial turns here without my strategy being blown up immediately. Anyway, but yeah, clearly we need to go for polytheism instead, because the AI is much less likely to go for that, apparently. Alright, random. I still have no idea how he even met Victoria. Alright, well this looks fantastic. This is what we want. Now we do need to move 1 tile south, but we literally have a corn resource here. That moves off the river, but like, obviously that's where we want. Oh! This is it. This is the one. This is it, you guys. This is the start. We're in the southeast corner this time. All right. This one is the start. Oh, no, we moved away from that. Okay. Oh, if we'd stayed on the starting tile, we would have had the... Oh, that's a shame. Oh, man. Oh, if only we'd stay on the starting tile. Oh, man. Oh, well. It is what it is. We moved away from it. But there's no way we could have possibly known that. Besides, we can use that for a second city. Okay, that's it. That's it. Payne's Cow. That's the name. Payne's Cow. That's it. Well, the thing is, always trust starting Big Fat Cross. It's actually not right. Sometimes you... There are many, many, many games where I've moved and gotten a better capital. So I don't think it's quite as simple to say you should just always trust for stuff that might be in the fog. This is obviously a better tile than this, but it's not that big of a difference. Okay. So we got room for another good city here. Fish can share 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then work cottages. That's clearly a solid spot. Is this corn... It says it's so... I believe it is... No, it does not say fresh water, so it is not. Unfortunately. Okay, wines. Now you get a couple turns before barbarians animals start showing up. We should have until I think it's until turn like it's somewhere between turn 5 and turn 10 they start showing up. So I'm gonna try to walk on these hill tiles where I do get a bonus. It said freshwater when I moused over this tile. It didn't say freshwater on the corn tile itself. Okay, well that's nice. We get a little fog busting. Okay. Well, we know where the city up here goes, which is it goes right here. If we have an obelisk, it'll grab the borders on its own. We could also get the 3 food lighthouse tile there. But that assumes we can get Stonehenge, which is down the road. Oh, hi, Mr. Lion. We have multiple marbles. Okay. Okay. We're in the forest. We should win. We get a... Well, that was unbelievably fast. How did someone get a religion this early? That shouldn't be possible with who I picked. That shouldn't be possible with... That was Wang Khan. Did I accidentally pick Wang Khan instead of... Anyway. I must have picked the wrong leader. Okay. The good news is the polytheism religion is still there. So we'll go for that. But if we don't get this, then... Yeah. Okay, we're back to full. So not... Plains Cow Marble Firs is... Yeah, it's not bad. Certainly room for a good city, but this is like a lower priority than putting stuff on the coast because we need to get overseas. Clearly there's an interesting landmass over there. I want you to get Woodsman promotion here. Surely we won't lose this fight in a forest with a minor fortification bonus. I obviously picked the wrong leader there. All right. I mean, what do we build? Stonehenge while we're growing. Start putting production into immediately. What is with this game? I can't found a religion. The AIs are just obsessed with it right out of the gate. They're just all going super hard religion every time. I can't do it. I can't play this start. I can't do it. This is ridiculous. They're just like super every AI is just they're just straight religion out of the gate. It's ridiculous. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. I can't play this start. Anyway, This is so frustrating. I literally gamed the leaders so that they would not start with mysticism, and they're just straight mysticism religion every game anyway. It's just very frustrating. The AIs just will not do anything other than religion immediately out of the gate every time I start these games. I it's very frustrating. But like the problem with wanting to go for monotheism is we have to research masonry, and then another, like the investment in beakers is so massive to do that. It puts us behind. Like that means we're not getting hunting, we're not getting animal husbandry, we're not getting pottery, we're not getting sailing and opening up the ability to travel overseas. Like we're just, if we have to research masonry and monotheism, we're just so far behind. So far behind. Which sucks because this is like a cool start, but like I can't. I can't do anything. Well, an early gold resource is going to be useless because we don't start with mining, and fishing is going to be useless because we don't start with fishing. So none of that's going to help us at all. Um, like I'm trying to play Ramesses the way the AI plays him, and I just can't do it. I can't because the AI steals every religion out of the gate. I just can't do it. Anyway, we'll try to do what I don't want to start again. I've already started twice, so I guess we're gonna try to play on from here and just see what happens. But this is so frustrating, so unbelievably frustrating. Also, there's no point in finishing polytheism. Like this does literally nothing for us. It's completely pointless. So we should go into hunting. Um, we'll do hunting, and then after that, we'll probably do masonry. Oh, I forgot that they moved 2 tiles. Well, we should be okay. I don't know if that thing even hit us or not. It did not. Oh, it had 0.0% odds. 1 against 2.91 is, yeah. When one side has triple the health of the other, it tends not to go well. All right. We are working the corn tile, aren't we? I'm not giving myself text, guys. This is not a debug exercise. We're trying to play the game legitimately here. This is intended to be like a real playthrough. Anyway, all right. So we finish our farm, which is nice. We may as well build the road because we can't start improving the next resource anyway. Yeah. We'll just have to go for the third religion. Yeah, if the monotheism religion gets taken out, then I'm just going to be like, WTF. Alright, cancel that. We have half of our road done on that side. Alright, well, we know our entire land here. There's room for 3 cities here. Let's go ahead and dot map them. One obviously goes here. Yes, one goes here. And let's see. And we said one will go back here. I guess on this tile, do we waste too many? Well, never mind. There's one goes here. That's for sure. Okay, that gets that. This partly comes down to, do we have free border expansion? I'll leave this on dot map for the moment. We definitely need to get that one. I mean, is this 2 additional cities here? It might actually be. Just to make sure we don't waste any of these tiles. Like it could be one here to grab all these tiles, and then one here. Now that's a little crammed together. But that way all the resources that are good are in the first ring. If you get the stone and can use the profit to light bulb monotheism, that would be an extreme waste of a great profit. It's a light bulb attack that only... the light bulbs on standard speed, they give you 1,000 beakers, plus 2 per pop point that you have. So right now, Great Person light bulb would give us 1,002 beakers. Using that on a tech that costs 195 would not be a very good use of a Great Person. Anyway, something like this. We'll see. All right, so is this really the best tile that we can work? For now, I think it is. Anyway, put half a turn into a road here again, because why not? And you need to go to a good fog busting spot, which is probably that Tundra Hill tile right in the center. That will reveal a lot of tiles. And then it's like Settler at size 3. Of course, we have to hope that the barbs are not too problematic here, because I'd like to keep this going. Settle on the second marble? Well, I don't know. I actually don't really like that spot very much at all, of settling on the marble. We're going to have to go masonry early if we're going for monotheism anyway. Alright, now, is there anything... We don't need animal husbandry. We probably don't need pottery just yet. I mean, I'd like to get pottery, but if we're going to make this work, we need to do masonry, polytheism, monotheism, so we can improve our tiles. An odd early tech sequence, to be sure. We'll need fishing when we settle this spot. I'm trying to think what the best place to settle early is. See, the problem is this spot is garbage if you can't pop the borders. It's like just completely useless if you can't pop the borders yet. And this spot is no good if you don't have fishing. So it could actually be that that's where the first settlement should... Well, no. Without animal husbandry, that's no good either. That's the problem. All these spots like need something to be done before they become useful. Yeah, and then the third religion was founded on turn 32. Yeah, I know. We're pretty far behind already. Alright, hopefully this keeps the barbs down a good bit. Now all we can do is road these tiles back together. I guess we could farm that tile, and it's probably worth farming that while we wait for masonry to finish here. Alright, you are just fog busting there. You might as well road. Alright. So I actually think we do want to do this. We could get one more. No, it's this, and then we... Because this gets us 4, and that increases to 6. We do this, and then we grow in 4 turns. Oh, no, we grow in 5 turns with this. Never mind. Yeah, I think we're actually doing Stonehenge before Settler, even though that sounds ridiculous. But it's just because this spot here is no good to us unless we have free border expansions. Yeah, the investment in religion is just so heavy that it really sets you back. Yeah, I think it's Stonehenge before Settler, because if we're gonna build this, we have to get it quickly. Again, and like the problem is all these spots require stuff like before we can make use of them, and we need the oracle and we need the marble anyway. This feels really dumb. I don't know if this is gonna work out at all. Building roads, always what you want to do with early workers, right? Build roads. I mean, we might as well move here and road this tile so that we have the... How much food do we need? 18. Well, we grow in 2 turns anyway. Now watch, Stonehenge is going to get built and this wonder is going to get taken. Alright, well, yeah, that works. 6 turns. There we go. This is what we want. We get the full industrious bonus, no wasted turns. All right, well that's a turn 38 Stonehenge. It'll be done with no settlers out on the map. And yeah, I can actually go over here and put half a turn into a farm, and then still come back here and start the marble next turn. And then a barb archer showed up. All right, and then a barb archer showed up, and we have no units for defense here, and we have to hope that this warrior can defend. We're gonna move on to the Plains Hill and hope that you. What is this game? What is going on? What is going on? Every AI is just What is going on? Every AI is just religion, 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 religion. I, I can't do this. Let's just see if the warrior would have died to this archer, just out of curiosity. I am effing cursed this season. Okay, we actually did kill that, but like this season, no matter what I do, it just doesn't work. Redborg, the whole purpose of the winner's challenge is that we play a game on Immortal. That is the whole purpose of playing this. I've done this 3 times before, and I've always done it on Immortal. I appreciate the suggestion, but like, what is this? What is this? This is 3 times now, and the AI has just gone so religious heavy every time. It's wild. It's just absolutely wild here. We'll try this one more time, and then if that's not it, then we're just abandoning the whole religious game plan, and we're just gonna play standard. I'll try one more time, but like after that, we'll just abandon religion and we'll just play standard. It's just not working. It's just not working, unfortunately, and that's a shame. The AI just seems to be completely religious crazy. Apparently, I misclicked on Wang Khan instead of Willem. Don't put in Hammurabi. Well, that do we re-roll the leaders then? Do we re-roll the leaders? These are the leaders I rolled. Should we just re-roll who the leaders are? Because it does seem as though I rolled a very peaceful set of leaders who are perhaps obsessed with getting religions. May as well at this point, because the whole idea was we're supposed to get leaders that do not go religious crazy, and yet all we've done is got religious crazy gameplay every single time. I guess we should have gone for triple Hatties. Alright, we'll try a different set of leaders. 13, Elizabeth. Well, that's absolutely no better, but we'll try it. That is definitely not better. Because she also is very cultural. 27. Lincoln, great. What? This is just like, it's continuing the season 9 theme. Everything is like peaceful econ. It's like nothing militaristic at all. It's so weird. 34. Pakal. Okay, Pakal starts with mysticism, so that's no good. 15. Gandhi. What is going on here? What is going on? Everything is like a religious cultural leader every time. I swear there's ones that are not. I'm rolling from the full list of leaders here. Look. Louis, another guy who's obsessed with cultural victory? Like, are you kidding me? Like, what is going on? You guys are seeing this, right? But, like, what is happening? What is happening in this game? I I just don't get it. You are not getting religions through this batch, bro. I swear, everything associated with Season 9 is just cursed for me. I had this really cool setup for this game with like this custom map script, and the game's just like, no, 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 no. It's just everything, single one is like this. Like, I don't like manipulating the setup. I want it to be like a kind of a random setup, but it's just every single one is a heavy culture leader. I don't get this. It's crazy. Let's try one more time. 34. It rolls Pakal again. What the shit is happening? What is this? 41. I'm at the point of like throwing stuff across the room. And now it rolls Saladin. Like what is happening? What is happening? Where, like, there are other leaders in this game. Where is Alexander? Where is Augustus? Where is Bismarck? Where is Boudica? Well, she starts with mysticism, so that wouldn't work. But, like, where is Genghis Khan? Where is Hannibal? There are so many leaders that would work, and none of them are rolling. 23. Okay, Joao. That's fine. He doesn't care much about religion. What the heck is happening? 40. Roosevelt. Also fine. I'm sorry to keep getting so frustrated. It's just I'm just trying to set up a game and it won't let me. All right, there's Elizabeth again. Doesn't start with mysticism, but not really who we want. Bismarck, great. Done. Just people that are not obsessed with religion and culture, please. 14. Frederick, sure. We'll do both German leaders. Have double Germany in this game, sure, why not? Alright, please, just get me 2 more leaders so I can get done with this. 39. Ramesses. No. 32. Montezuma. He starts with mysticism. Otherwise, it would be fine. 15. That's Gandhi, isn't it? 15 is Gandhi. Great. Thank you. 17. Gilgamesh. Great. Gilgamesh is fine. I know I have some of these numbers memorized from doing the AI Survivor stuff. 50. That Victoria? No, that's Washington. Great. Washington's fine. Double America, double Germany. Or do we have... Yeah, we have Roosevelt. All right. All right. I'm going to try this one freaking more time. RNG does not want us to have. Okay. Anyway. All right. Let's try this one last time. If this doesn't work, then we'll do something else. Then we'll just, as I said, we'll just do random and we'll just play standard. And maybe that's what I should have done in the very first place. I'm just trying to pick all the same options again. All right. Yeah, their colors will be different. One gets the normal color, one gets some wacky, crazy color. All right. Surely this time things will go better, right? All right. Well, the game seems to want us to have... Apparently wants us to move 1 tile west. I don't know about that. I mean, I think this is fine. I don't think anywhere else is worth moving to. There's no point moving to here. I don't think that's any better. Well, Plains Hill, but we can't move to a Plains Hill without giving up a sheep, and that is not worth it, in my opinion. I do not think moving is... I do not think it's worthwhile to move away from this. Now, the problem with this is, in any normal game, you just instantly go animal husbandry here, but we can't do that here, unfortunately. Plains Hill gets... Well, yes, but again, if we move here, we're moving away from the sheep, which I do not think is worthwhile. We also move away... No, this is the spot on this start. I'm pretty sure. Still in place is also a slightly faster start. All right. What's our name this time, you guys? As this absolutely cursed playthrough goes through. Holy Cow is fantastic. Holy Cow is fantastic. Payne's Cow is good too, but we tried that and it didn't go so well. So, all right, our last time trying this, we're probably fools for not just instantly slamming animal husbandry here at the start. This is the 4th time. Yes, this is the 4th different time I've tried this. Again, we get a couple grace turns before the barbarians start showing up. I would love to know what's over there. I'm hoping I can cross this flat ground before barbs start appearing. All right. So if we had gone here, we could have had the crabs. Probably about the same quality. The Plains Hill start, of course, would be nice. Okay. A lot of animal husbandry stuff. No agriculture resources here, which is unfortunate. Now, the problem is the the worker cannot actually improve these tiles, but what we can do is build farms. Like, we can actually farm this tile, which makes it a 2-2 or a 3-1 yield, 3-1-1, which is okay. We can farm this to make it a 2-2 tile. It's like the poor man's version of improving these tiles. So the worker can still do stuff. Okay, you... We do not get good enough odds against you there. So we will sidestep that. Alright. Religions are still there. We'll do polytheism because we know the AI is less likely to head in that direction. Alright. I would really like to see what's over in that direction. So let's try to make it. We know the lion's up there. We're going to try to sidestep the lion. I'm willing to take the combat on a forest tile. Or wait, why? No, let's just... Why bother? Let's just sidestep the lion. And there's a bear. Great. The bear will kill us if we run into the bear. The only way we have a prayer is if we're on like a forested hill tile. So we have to be very careful and avoid this. Right here? No, we are not moving there. Why? Just why? Why are you like this game? Why are you like this? I just cannot play today. I just can't. No matter what I do is so cursed. I just don't understand. No matter what I do is cursed today. I was like, okay, we cannot be near this bear. Turn, literally, there's another bear on the next tile over. Of course. We have like 5% odds to win. Which we did not. That's the losing animation. Like, just why? Just why? Like, why? Just why? Why? No, we had very low odds to win the fight. We had 12% odds to win the fight. You really can't beat the only way you can beat the bears is if you're on like a forested hill tile. You just do not win those. All right, I just do not get it. Anyway, I think we're clear on this religion for right now. The problem is we kind of need to build at least one warrior. Like losing that warrior really hurts a lot. It slows us down significantly to lose that warrior. Because we have to build another warrior. We cannot put production in Stonehenge. We just can't. Anyway. We also have no 3-food tiles here, which is unfortunate. Oh, hi, Gilgamesh. I thought that the AI wasn't supposed to be able to reach us. Well, maybe his scout will kill some bears because they get infinite, yeah, not the best neighbor to have here. Since they get, like, infinite cheats against barbarians. Alright, well, there's our little mini resource tile, a 3-food. Not too great. I mean, if you want to... Well, we don't have demos with this guy yet, but if you want to see the wider demos, they're not pleasant on Immortal. It's pretty rough. We get 5 food per turn. The rival best has 17. It's rough. We are going to farm the marble next, yes. We did get our religion, though, so that's a plus. What are we picking? What was it? Judaism people wanted? We actually got the religion, yes. Judaism has slightly better odds than normal to us. Spread. Plus it's thematically appropriate. So we obviously need animal husbandry here. Alright. We did get the religion this time. Unfortunately, this is one of the... And we might as... I mean, we might as well. Nobody else has another religion here yet. But before animal husbandry, this is going to be a little rough going. All right. Well, at least we got that. We're spiritual, so we get the free revolt. Not much we can do right now, though. Okay, and someone else just founded Christianity. So we actually could have gotten either religion, it looks like. All right, we've got one warrior. Let's dump production into Stonehenge for the time being. Unfortunately, since we don't have an agriculture resource, this is a very slow start. Like, I don't even know where, I haven't even been able to identify where I'd want to send the first settler yet. Probably up here by the pigs, I think. Probably this looks like the best spot right now. We need to know what's up here, though. Are we going to go masonry priest? I mean, if it's there, we probably should, but we absolutely have to get animal husbandry first. All right. So there we go. Now we actually have decent production here for being size 2. For being size 2 with 0 resources connected, this is actually not that bad. Anyway, so now we just get to build roads. And just build roads for the time being. There was a fur up north. Was there? Oh yeah, there's a fur up further north. That's true. Well, this guy is killing barbs for us, so that's nice. Alright, 6 turns to go. We have time to, let's see, 4 turns. Yeah, we have time to road all this stuff over here. And then be over there, because the tile will improve as the sheep when animal husbandry is done. It's a better yield to improve the cow, but the cow already has a farm on it. The sheep has nothing on the tile, so we improve the sheep first. Well, the land seems to go back a little further this way. Not a lot of resources, though. This is looking like an insanely slow start right now. Alright, well, we have vision of another continent out there that also has no resources on it. Oh, hi there, lion. We are on a hill, so we should have like 67% odds to win. But those are still not amazing. Alright, well, we won not flawlessly, but we didn't take much damage. And we had about 75% odds to win. Go ahead and heal up. This is pretty barren. Yeah, Great Lighthouse would be nice. That's a little ways down the road, but and this is a pretty bleak continent here, I have to say. There's not much here that we've seen so far. I suppose there's river grassland potential, but if there's no food, it almost doesn't matter that much if there's no food. Well, we got roads, so we've got roads, hooray. Part of the reason why I'm not building a settler is I couldn't defend a settler anyway at the moment. But yeah, I think this is... I realize that this would isolate the furs, but I'm struggling to think of where else we would want to put a settlement. I mean, I guess... Let's just try dot mapping for a second. This is probably a spot for a city, because it could work the sheep. Or no, actually, never mind. That does not reach the sheep, so I'd have to... That's actually a terrible spot. It grabs no resources at all. Yeah, this is kind of a bleak setup here. I was hoping to be on the Plains Hill, but that can't get this. The capital... Boy, but the capital kind of... Actually, no, the capital needs that sheep, because this is only a 3-food tile. And then this only... It actually needs both of them, or it's not going to grow very quickly at all. So it actually does need both of them. Ugh. Yeah, this is kind of bleak here. I was thinking that too, just to avoid wasting it. But like, if you put it here, it has to take this, and then the capital has a 3-food surplus. Like, that's not gonna fly. You need you want at least like 5-food surplus, or it's gonna take absolutely forever to grow. Yeah, this is rough. This is pretty freaking rough here. There's just very little in the way of food at all. I mean, there's grassland tiles, but there's no food bonuses. I've always had trouble deleting the signs. I know people always say you can do this and it's faster, but I've always had trouble. I mean, I guess we can explore further, but right now the only thing that looks promising is this tile here. I feel like a city has to go here, even though that wastes a lot of tiles, but like, I don't see where else to go. I don't want to found here. I know that would get I know that would get this in range, but on the coast tundra southeast of the deer. Yeah, this is probably a spot. I agree, right here, because this could use that. Now this is a pretty terrible spot too. I guess we could farm 1 or 2 of the grassland tiles for some additional food. But like, if that goes there, let's see. That avoids wasting too many tiles. Mm, so that could work that. Maybe it is this tile. Just so we would have the fur in range. I don't love this spot. It's a lot of hills. But it does have a plains hill. And if we, I mean, if we get Stonehenge, then I guess that has to be where the first spot would go. And then we can do more speculative spots from there. Pretty rough, though. All right. So what do we need next? Do we need mining? I'm trying to think. Do we actually like need this? Hold on. I would say mining, but we have such low food. I'm not sure that we really need it that badly right now. Pottery would not be terrible. We also, you know what we maybe should do? We maybe should try to get archery because I'm gonna have to deal with these barbs. Not having archery could be disastrous. And we're definitely gonna get barbarians on this start. I'd rather build archers than warriors. Um, oh yeah, we don't have. Oh man, we don't have horses. That's right. Wait a second. Yeah, no horses. Dang it. I never. All these games I do on stream, I never have early resources. I like never have bronze. I never have horses. I never have bronze. I'm always trying to push to like ironworking to just desperately get some kind of strategic resource. I don't know. War chariots would certainly solve any barbarian issues. That's for sure. But we don't got horses, so that's not going to do anything, unfortunately. We're on a very awkward amount here. I wish I had a plains forest because like this would get us to 6 production that then expands, but that's not worth it to have no food there. I guess it shaves 2 turns off, but if we lose it by 2 turns, if we lose the wonder here, it's just a game over. Yeah, I actually think it's archery because we don't really need mining that badly because we don't have the food for mines. Um, Could also do masonry to connect the marble, but we only have 1 marble tile. Fishing, we don't have any seafood resources yet. We do need this down the road. Pottery. Pottery we would like very badly so we can build granaries and cottages. I'm wondering, is it pottery into archery or do we need archers sooner than that? Maybe consider Great Wall? Interesting. Well, that would be well. No, the reason why we don't want that is then it pollutes the great person pool. We don't want to get a great spy for our first great person, so we can't do that. Hunting, archery, pottery, masonry, something like that. I guess so. I think not having archers is just too dangerous for this start. Because yeah, you already see what's showing up here. I'm gonna move here, and I'm hoping that that thing will attack me on the forested hill. Because 1 barb archer showing up right now probably kills me. I'm hoping that I can get this archer to attack me on a forested hill tile. Here we go. Alright, there's another food Ronus. Now, I am on a forested hill, so I probably win, but it's not guaranteed. Anyway. So now we actually do have some decent production. I mean, we're working all the best tiles. There's no tile that would be better. We could speed it up by 1 tile by doing that, but like that's clearly not worthwhile. Alright, we're just hoping we can survive. Again, losing that early warrior was a massive setback. I really can't put into words. If we lose this warrior, we're in deep doo-doo. We're on a forested hill, so hopefully. I think we get the winning animation, though. Alright, there we go. And here's another one. Like that's doing what I want it to do. It's absorbing the incoming. All right, so at this point, we probably want to start roading towards our next city site. Well, no, we're gonna grow another pop point. This is where having mining would be nice because I could mine. We're actually going to be at the cap on population after this. We won't be able to grow another size because we'll be unhappy. Yeah, it would be nice if we could mine that tile. Or if one of these hill tiles were forested. Oh, that's right. Duh, we need to improve the plains cow. I forgot we had not actually improved that tile. Yes, thank you for that. Obviously, we need to improve that because that makes it a 3-3 instead of a 3-1 tile. Woodland definitely makes it better against archers. I'm hoping that it will not immediately move next to me, but we'll see. Okay, good, it did not, because we want to heal for a turn or two before this thing comes down. I'm also worried this is going to walk straight into my city. How quickly can we build a warrior? 3 turns. Okay, it did not move straight to the city. All right. Need to get an archer. Need an archer right now. Looks like we're going to get Stonehenge, though. I know that they won't enter your borders immediately. Now, I'd like it if the archer would move here and then suicide. Okay, good. That's what we wanted. The archer is behaving, at least. Some nerve-wracking turns here. All right, well, thankfully, that's the great... No! No! No, you're effing kidding me. No! That did not just happen. Are you kidding me? That did not just happen. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? I just don't understand. No, it's not the tie. Yeah, it's due to that lost warrior. It's not a tiebreaker. I didn't finish the wonder. I was 1 turn away. Let's see, I'm 1 turn away. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? What the ever-loving F is going on here? What is going on? I am absolutely cursed. I could not be more cursed playing this game. I could not be more cursed. Everything I do just won't work. It's just everything associated with Season 9. I am freaking cursed. I don't know what else to say. No matter what I do, it will get blocked somehow by another AI or something. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Immortal is rough. Immortal is rough. So I think what this is showing is you can't do this on Immortal. You can't. You cannot do this playstyle. You just get punished too hard. I wanted to try to play like Ramesses, and it just didn't. It just hasn't worked. You can't open Religion first. You can't open early Stonehenge. It just doesn't work. You cannot do it. You just can't. Ramsey's certainly not living up to the winning moniker. No, he is not. He is absolutely not. No, this is just brutal. Anyway, so this is also. Let's go and see what's actually happening on the map in debug mode, just out of curiosity here. Who actually built Stonehenge? I'm just curious who built it, because we're obviously not going to play this out. Okay, I can't tell just by looking at it. Was it you? I'll just check the capitals. No, it wasn't you. You just built the Great Wall, apparently. Who's texting me? Okay. Yeah, thanks, Liz. Okay. Was it you? Okay, well, you apparently... I don't know what you're doing, Joao. Apparently he is not handling this start very well. Is it freaking Gilgamesh? No, it's Bismarck. Apparently he was not really that far away. It's Bismarck, apparently. Oh, look at this. Look at this. 4 production, 3 production, 3 production. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? I know he's industrious, but like, are you kidding me? No, no one has stone this early. No one would have built the wonder with stone this early on. Anyway. So apparently our starting area just did not have resources. Oh, there was a fish tile. That was the one tile we didn't have defogged was a fish resource. Anyway, let's just see if we would have won this combat against the Barb Archer. All right. So, we'll start for the 5th time, if you're just getting here, This is the fifth time we've had to restart, but we are doing a completely different start this time. We are not doing anything with religion. We're not doing anything with Stonehenge. Maybe if Stonehenge looks available, we'll go for it. We're just going to do a standard playthrough here. And we'll just do random opponents because we no longer care. So this is what I guess we should have started from the beginning. I just thought it would be fun to try to play like Ramesses the AI does, but yeah, maybe consider Oracle Code of Laws. Maybe, but the problem is if you wait that long to get religion, you're almost always better off just adopting whatever the world's most popular religion is. So we're just going to do totally standard gameplay here and not try any of this. It's a cool map. I like the map. But it's just it just didn't work. You just cannot go for religion. You cannot go for religion on this map, unfortunately, or not on this map, on Immortal difficulty. Okay. Well, this is a bit of an odd start here. We can't see anything here. That's true. AI Ramesses has a bunch of units to absorb early game damage. I don't see anything in particular here. I'm going to assume that there's another resource here. There is not another resource. Okay, this looks terrible. Please just give me another start on these settings. There's literally one resource here, and then the... Okay, what is this? What is this? Okay. Apparently the game wants to give us 18,000 seafood resources and like nothing else. But sure, why not? It's a monster Moai cap to be sure. All right. And this is actually a open with fishing start here. Now this is a wet rice. The issue with this city is there's way more food than you actually need. Like this is, you do not need this many seafood resources. So we can definitely split one city off here. Right? And the 3 production plain stuff, this is fishing into mining bronze working, I'm pretty sure. Like this is a spot here because that can split off 2 of these. But like you do not need anywhere near this much food here. Something like that. I don't know, either here or it might go on the offshore spot. All right, National Epic Cap, true. Yeah, no trouble generating great people here. All right, very different start from what we saw before. At least we have one agriculture resource here. Oh, hi there, Ivory. I do like that. But yeah, we need to get mining bronze working ASAP for this start. This river that runs through like the back of our territory, or like the spine of our territory, looks really good. Pretty sure we're not elephant rushing. Oh, this looks like a juicy spot for a city right here. Look at this. This looks like a juicy spot with a fish that could be bootstrapped from the capital plus a plains cow for production. And like there's enough food. This probably that gets split off too. The coastal spot right here, probably. Because this can grab, yeah, probably right here, because then that grab, well, maybe, we'll see. And then you'd have another spot down here, and then a Plains Hill spot here that splits off this, maybe. Anyway, I don't want to dot map too much too early. We need to see what's in the back there. Hey, Walloper, thanks for subscribing. Do you have any plans for what you want to do for the next TFT set? No, that's a great question. I just haven't sat down and spent the time to get... It's always tough for me to get into a set because there's so much to learn, and I just haven't sat down and done that. My free gaming time has been playing Diablo 2, which I've really been enjoying lately. I don't know why, but I just started playing this Warlock character. Thanks for gifting, Dark Kuno. So I just have not sat down and invested the time into that yet. And at some point, I suspect I will. Also, the fact that so those who don't know, TFT has a set that's on the public beta environment, but they're moving to a new client, and the new client's supposed to be very buggy at the moment. Oh man, thanks for gifting, Dark Kuna. That was very nice. And it's just supposed to be like super buggy right now, so I haven't been like that motivated to try and start learning on a very buggy client at the moment. But it's a great question. All right. Oh, okay. Well, this is looking a lot better. Well, there's that somebody founding a religion out there in the fog. But this looks fantastic. If we can somehow get some food over here. Gold tile and ivory is immense happiness, but no food in that area. All right, well, there's the bear, which we want to try to stay away from if at all possible. You can see I'm trying to stay on the forested tiles. Really do not want to lose the warrior, as happened before. Okay. Now, even on a... Should we try to clear this? The problem is I cannot move forward. Like, I can't go in this direction if the bear is in this area. I'm on the forested hill tile, and I'll get a 4-5 bonus. So that gives me an 80% strength bonus, because you get 5% for being fortified on the tile. So we are, what's 2 times 1.8? That gives us 3.6 against its 3. Probably gives us about 70% odds to win. I will not be able to explore in this direction if we don't get rid of this bear, so I'm going to try to take this. Looks like we won. Okay. So my eyeball math was 70% odds. What were our actual odds? Pretty close to that. We had 73%. Yeah, we had 73%. Okay. Far from a guarantee. But I'm mostly happy that I got the math pretty much correct just by spitballing it there. All right. So next up, we need to build at least one workboat, probably 2. I don't think we want all 3 just yet, but we need at least 2. One for the fish, because the fish is the best tile, and then one for one of the clams. We're gonna have one thing that's nice is we have an insane amount of health here. We have all 3 seafood resources. So with a lighthouse, that's 6 health, right? Am I right about that? No, it's with a, never mind, I got that wrong. It's with a harbor that we have 6 health. But that's still 3 health here. That's 4, 5 with the granary, 6 health there. And then we have 1, 2 happiness from these 2 early ones. So we can grow our cities very tall, which is going to be great. Because there's a lot of water on this map. All right, you're done healing. Let's get you exploring. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a ton back here. This grassland tile almost certainly we could found a city like here maybe. I'm just spitballing, and then farm this tile, farm this tile. Those are both become 3 food tiles. That maybe gives you enough to work some of these. Or actually, 1 tile down is probably even better, because then you can farm that tile, and then you have the Plains Hill plant. So probably better 1 tile south. Just again, these can get adjusted as we go, but. And that also slots in pretty nicely with this tile here. Spices is more... Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of early. The stuff that requires going to, like, grocer is so late that it doesn't usually factor into, like, early thoughts. All right, let's get this corner mapped out. Hopefully there's no more bears lurking over there. Oh, hi, Mehmed. Not who I necessarily wanted. Another aggressive leader, but... And we need bronze working. This also, of course, reveals where copper is as well, which is nice. So apparently he can reach us without needing to get on a boat. So there must be land connections with the AIs. True. By going here, you give up this grassland, but you pick up this one, so it's like a even exchange overall. Hi, Mehmed. Now, this worker is not going to have a lot to do until until bronze working finishes. The worker does not have a ton to do, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Oh, well, that spot just got a little bit better. So it looks like there's a land bridge up here that will lead off to Mehmed, but I kind of want to keep this warrior here. I'd like to keep the warrior here and just fog bust so that there's fewer barbs. I actually think this tile is the right tile to stand on because that fog busts the most tiles, and it also gets the plains forested hill benefits. So I'm going to try to skedaddle back down there by walking. Ideally, I go here, 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 or here, and then here. Yeah, this city also can split off some of this food. It doesn't need 3 food bonuses, so we can probably put another city over here. But for right now, this is the clear early spot to take because we can bootstrap it with a workboat for the fish, and then it has 2 strong resources beyond that. All right, it's good. You can move there, and then you'll be on forest tiles the rest of the way back down to that spot. Oh, well, there goes the religions early on as usual. Fortress city on the grass 2 west of the wheat. That's true. If necessary, we could put a fortress city there. I mostly will be content to just claim this area here and then just try to expand on the islands. The AI does not expand on the islands as well as it does over land. They can use boats, but they're not as good with boats as they are with just normal stuff. All right, so there, now we got the whatchamacallit, the rice connected. As soon as we grow a size, we're going to pick up this tile. We actually do want to work this to get the workboat out faster, because as soon as the workboat's done, we can grab the fish, and that's a 5 food tile. So it is actually worth working the Plains Hill forest. And of course, we'll chop towards some of this too. All right, we might as well build the road, because why not? There's not much else. The only thing we can do right now is farm and build roads. And there's literally no tile we can farm, because you can't farm if there's a forest on the tile. All right, so you hang out here. Oh, good. The Methmed's fog bust is a barbarian fog busting for me too. Now, if I could get one more warrior and put them here, or no, not the, yeah, right there, I'd actually have almost every tile defogged. No, we actually want. You might think that we want this tile, but we actually want this one because, as I said, getting the workboat done faster is ideal. Put Globe Theater and Fishy grow into the sky. I mean, we'll see. That's pretty far down the line. Again, I'm content to have the lion attack me on a forested hill tile just to clear that unit out. All right. We'll road this, and now we're going to road over here because we'd like to get chops set up here. We can't do the chops, but we can pre-road. And like if we road here, we also have roads in place to get to this spot. At size 3, I think I will build the settler. Probably. And the worker will chop as soon as bronze working's done. Okay, so as expected, we win that. Take woodsman promotion, go back to being fortified. Oh, actually, you know what we have to do? We have to squeeze out a warrior. And then the warrior can go stand over here and fog bust. I can't put another city down with no units over there. Chopping will go into workboats, workers, settlers. And yeah. All right. Well, hey, now we've got one more point of health, right? We've got a rice connected. We have 9 health here, so in part because we have all those forests. Where let's see, we can road here, and then we can road here, and we'll chop this. Rome, Egypt. Do you think that using that tool that blanket increases text cost by editing your XML files would make the game easier or harder on higher difficulties? Something that just makes every tech more expensive. Something that makes every tech more expensive, by the way, we have to try to intercept this barbed warrior from walking into our capital and ending the game. Something that makes every tech more expensive would probably make the game easier because if you drag out the length of the game, it means your relative tech advantages last longer. So let me explain what I mean by that. Generally speaking, playing on slower speeds like Marathon are easier than playing on normal or quick speed. Because basically the human player can beeline key techs that give them an advantage, and then you have more time to leverage that advantage. Like, let's say that you pull off a play where you get early construction and you have ivory and you build catapults and war elephants. If you're running the game on like quick speed, the AI will quickly be able to research like up to longbows, right? And then they have a defensive unit that counters that. If you're on like marathon speed where the techs take forever to research, you have enough time to take you have enough time to just like walk your units from city to city, capturing them. The faster the tech pace, the shorter your windows of military advantage, and the human can use those better than the AI. Okay, good. This guy hopefully will attack us. We need to get between him and the capital city, so we will move here. So I think slowing the tech pace down generally works to the advantage of the player. So that's just my thought. Yeah, and also light also lets you leverage light bulbs. That's the other thing. Okay, I'm hoping that this guy will just attack and commit suicide. He is not doing that though. All right, we need to go grab that. We do need another warrior here, as I said. Let's see. We grow in one turn either way. We'll work this because I want to get that warrior out quickly. We'll have the fish as we grow to size 3 next turn. Okay. There we go. So we'll get this warrior done. 3 turns. I can probably get them both done in 4 turns if I keep manipulating this. So we currently need 10 more production. So we go 4, 4, 2, 2. Yeah. We go 4 production, then 4 production, then 2 production. And we can get the warrior out a little quicker. Something like that. All right. Move you back. Now that we have a warrior that's on its way, we're not in as much danger. All right. So you rode, and then you can start chopping. I'm just thinking, do we want to start the settler at size 3 or size 4? Size 4 would be preferred, but we'll see how close we are to finishing it. In your experience, don't seem to have any tech advantage. Well, I mean, on Emperor and Immortal, it's hard to get much of a tech edge. Just generally speaking, it's seen as slowing things down. Okay, what the? All right. Let's see if we can get you to attack over there. Slowing things down is generally seen as being better for the human, just as like an FYI. Hopefully this guy can kill the barb unit. Fortunately, barb units don't heal. All right. Now, do we have any copper in our territory? We probably do not. We don't really have that much territory. Other question is, what's next? It's probably pottery, so we can build granaries and cottages. We also have the max prereqs on this possible. We have both fishing and agriculture, which discounts it. Animal husbandry would not be bad. Actually, we might need animal husbandry, right? Yeah, if we're going to go up here, we actually need animal husbandry. And that's not bad because that also, what's it called? That will also reveal horses if we have them. Oh, we do have iron. Whoa, we actually have copper. Holy cow, we actually do have copper. Thanks, Rome Egypt. I'm glad you... I hope I'm getting your name right, by the way. That's great. That significantly increases the priority for this spot. I still want this spot more. But, okay, this means we do not need to tech archery in this game. First settler's going to go here, because we've been building towards this spot, and we're set up for it. Second settler goes here, and we grab the copper, and then we can just build axes, and we don't have to... We can just ignore barbarian units. Move this city one... well, we can move it 1 south, but the minute we move it 1 south, we lose this. We lose the ability to take the rice tile. I kind of like this spot more. And this is a plains hill. I like this spot more. The plains cow can maybe go to another city, maybe. As you said, it's a bit of a tough choice. Okay, now there is still that barb unit out here. I'm still trying to get rid of that. So here's how we play this. We get the warrior out. I actually think I stay on this tile. We're gonna go workboat next. The chop will finish the workboat, and then we build the settler at size 4. Like this chop will go into the workboat, and then we'll be able to work these 2 tiles, one of the clams, and then we'll also continue working that plains hill. And I'm gonna chop this. I will also chop this forest next. All right. So workboat. It says 7 turns. It will take less time than that. Oh. Hi. Hi there. Well, the good news is we have that woodsman promotion, so hopefully we can clear these units. Hopefully. Okay. I don't want to face that many units. All right, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Look at the micro. It's beautiful. Workboat 1 turn, growth 1 turn, start the settler. Now, if we can just somehow use our 2 warriors to clear these barb units without dying over there. They continue not to attack. I want them to attack me. And, okay. 9 turn settler. That's not the fastest. Yeah, we got the settler there. No, I said I was going to chop here, but now I'm a little bit less certain if I want to do that. If I mine, I can mine this tile, and then I'd pick up, and actually it might be better to mine and, actually I probably want to mine and road this tile. Kind of need these barbarians to attack my units, because I can't safely found this city without clearing them out of the way. Come on, Barbs. You know you want to attack me. Okay, what the... I don't know quite what they're doing, but we're going to keep busting over here. There we go. There's no way that you kill the woodsman warrior like on that tile. All right. You give me some... No. I was going to say move here, but there could easily be an enemy unit right on that wheat tile. How much damage did you take? A little. Just trying to keep these units in the area. I know that I need to fog bust, but I need the fact that there were 3 barb units up here means 1 warrior is not sufficient to clear them. I'm aware that these units are a bit of a problem. Alright. Move that over here. I really need to skedaddle a unit down here quickly. And then we need to build a workboat here, so that workboat can skedaddle up here and farm that tile. And we also need another warrior for the capital because it's at the happiness cap right now. Otherwise, it could easily grow another size. I think I might actually do another... if I can do a settler this cheaply, I might just do the settler and try to squeeze the the copper out ASAP. All right. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. So there's no point in roading this tile. We'll get a road connection for free when the settler establishes, and it won't speed up the completion date either. The question is, what tile do I improve next? And that's a good one. Question of which one to do next. So I'm going to swap the position at you two because you do not have a woodsman promotion and the other one does. All right. I was thinking maybe start roading, but this city can grow another size. I can get a warrior quickly in here, so I should probably... I think we have time before we need to road to the next spot. I think that we chop this tile as well, or mine and chop this as well, because we're going to need another tile. We have so much food, we actually can use more production here. Okay, the guy with woodsman promotion comes down here. The guy without woodsman promotion comes up here. At least the barbs are largely leaving me alone right now. All right, right here. Please attack me. I'm like, please attack me. Oh, that's... Okay, well, I'm in the forest, but... Problem is the AI actually has the advantage in this combat because they have a first strike and I don't. This one should be fine, but... just praying. This is like a 50-50, but I think the AI has a slight advantage. Nope, I lost it. Crud. That is bad news. I mean, we should win this one. They're attacking across the river onto a forested hill. With my guy having woodsman promotion. The problem was that other one was the one I needed to win, and I didn't win it, unfortunately. Well, I got the settler, but I need someone to defend the unit. I'm actually going to do this so I can get the unit out fast. Now, the good news is barb units don't heal. Oh, well, we can do that. Actually, never mind. I don't like using that on a warrior, but I need the warrior, and the overflow will go into the next build. Oh, well, hi there. Well, okay, that's certainly nice. Again, units don't heal, so let's see. This battle that we had 87% odds on, we almost lost it, and the other one, it was yeah. See, it would be a 50-50, but the archer gets a first strike. Well, we got 3 hits on the archer, but it unfortunately got that. We have war chariot. Yeah, we'll have war chariots. Okay. Problem is I can't settle there until I have a unit there to defend. But yeah, that makes things a lot easier. Here, you can just chill here. And then the warrior, as soon as the warrior can go up there, you're good to go. We actually need another warrior, because if we build another warrior, we can grow another size here. Which we definitely want. So even though it feels bad using this on warriors, we don't really have a choice. Okay, we can actually settle here because, look, there's no barbed unit that could move into this city and capture it. And the warrior will be in there on the following turn. Alright, what name do we want for this spot, guys? I'll just put Thebes and then chat can figure out what they want there. I don't see how I squeeze another workboat out here because we're going to be getting... I'll just do the workboat here. Ooh, that's not good. That archer has 2.1 strength. Well, hopefully with the city defense bonus we'll be okay. Yeah, the workboat's fine. Well, actually, that... We just took that tile away from the capital. Yeah, that's fine. The capital can use this tile here. I actually like Barb, but yeah, Barb Valley, Valley of the Barbs. You guys are thinking the same thing. Barb Valley it is. We definitely have to connect this next, and that gives us another good tile to work to. And yeah, I don't love working this, but we can't build a granary yet, so there's not that much point in. Like, yeah, we might as well build a workboat first. Okay. Built the warrior. All right. What do we do next? Let's put some production into a workboat, and then I think I'll do. I think it's either a worker or a settler. Oh yeah, we're not in bronze working. We never went to slavery, did we? I guess until we use it, we don't have to go slavery. We can revolt at any time. So I guess there's no penalty for not being in. It's a slightly higher upkeep cost. And hopefully we won't have to build any more warriors except just for city garrisons. Because as soon as we get this pasture done, we can build war... Well, yeah, we're going to go to size 5. And at size 5, we'll pick up this tile here. We definitely need more workers, too, but we need more workers. I mean, we need everything. Workers, settlers, you get the deal. But things are looking better. Things are looking better here. I wish this guy were healthier. He is not. I can't go to this tile until this unit's fully healed. So far, maybe we haven't reached the point where barbs enter your territory yet. Because so far this one has not seemed interested in going into my territory. By the way, we did get the instant trade route connection, which is really nice. Alright, let's turn research back on. I let that run for like an extra... I probably should have turned it on... I think we needed this much time anywhere. Worker, settler for pre-roading. Yeah, something like that. Oh, here comes another bar. Okay, we might need to do a war chariot, though, to clear these barbs. There's stone. Yeah, turn 46 in this game, not in that last game. I'm actually feeling like this game's going a lot better than the previous one, though. Okay, for the time being, yeah, we just want max shields right now. We don't need that. Yeah, we need another worker. We'll squeeze out a worker here. We might as well put the production to the worker. Well, actually, you know what? Belie that order. Stay on workboat, and then we'll just do work area. Oh, no, wait. But I was going to say as soon as the pasture finishes, but we have to road as well. So since we have to road as well, we probably have time to do the worker. Yeah, we probably have time to do the worker. Worker and then work area, and then settler. Yeah, so far the AI is... maybe the AI is at the point where it can't enter my borders yet. Anyway, you obviously go there. Yeah, 4-turn worker, and then it'll take us 2 more turns to build the road, so we'll be able to get the work chariot out shortly thereafter. Road that, and then we could really use more happiness here. We need to go get the extra happiness too, so the limitation of this starting position, which is we've got tons of food, but we need more happiness, will start to come off. Because we can get, you know, we're stuck at size 5 right now, but we can get to size 7 with that. We definitely don't really want to, we don't really want to slave the capital. The terrain's so strong, we don't want to slave the capital. Like, it's not worthwhile. That other map was super barren. Like, that map was so barren. If I'd had better terrain, I could have finished Stonehenge, like, before the AI. But this game feels better anyway, to be perfectly honest. Like, the resources are better. I'm playing, like, a more normal start. Like, this just feels like a better game anyway. Alright, pottery done. Now, the next thing is we probably want sailing. Oh, wait, we do need hunting for that. Well, no, do we need hunting? No, we don't, actually. There's no hunting resources to connect. I think it's sailing, so we can try to build lighthouse. Maybe great lighthouse would be a very big priority, and we want to get a galley so we can go out and start jumping on the islands. We also would like to explore overseas, too. Or actually, no, maybe we do mysticism so we can pop borders, because we don't have any way to pop borders right now. Yeah, we don't have a way to pop borders just yet, so, and we do need that. So I guess we'll do mysticism and then sailing. Sailing's more expensive. The capital's build queue is not going to be free to build a lighthouse anytime soon. We need hunting for ivory, but until we settle that spot, we don't need it. And this is the next spot we settle, is over here. This spot has no food, so it doesn't accelerate the growth curve. So this spot's next, and then we go here. I agree that we will need it for the ivory, but that's like a lesser priority at the moment. Turn 50, the borders expand at the capital. All right. Oh, we missed it by 2. But there was no tile configuration I could have worked that would have gotten this. This is actually not bad because we'll get a good amount of overflow into the work area. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna have 2 workers. Now the workboat, Bard Valley is okay for the moment, but it'll grow quickly, and we do want one of them to connect the Plains Cow, since that's such a strong tile. Let's see. Fishy at the moment really could use a tile improvement here. We also want to road towards this spot, but until the settler's actually done, I think we improve this tile first. And then you, the new worker, I think doubles up here, and then one of you roads, and then one of you improves that tile. We also have chopping as well, of course. But a lot of these forests can probably go into the Great Lighthouse. I think that would be a great use on a lot of these forests, is just burn them for Great Lighthouse. We're going to have a ton of coastal cities. All right, anyway, there is another one of these barb arch. I'm content to have you stay here. I wanted to move you there, but you only just healed. Let's move here, and then if the AI allows, I'll try to move on to that tile. I don't really want to fight you unless it's on a forested hill, though. Okay. Hey, we're not... I was going to say we're not last, but we are last. That's not really a surprise. All right. Granary, although that is probably going to switch to monuments, because we'll probably do the monument before the granary. There we go. We're going to grow very quickly. Now we can get that work chariot. And you are... You might be on worker settler duty for a little while because this food surplus is so significant, but I just need to get one war chariot out. One war chariot should be able to kill most anything in this area. All right. You should be able to kill barb archers on the forested hill. And buy a little time for this to pop out. We'll also get woodsman too if we win this battle. Which it looks like we did. That's the winning animation. Now the downside is we need to heal, so I'll pop back into our territory to heal. Woodsman 2, of course, means that you get to move through the hill tiles with an extra movement point. Oh. Could squeeze out the war chariot a turn sooner, but I don't think that that's worthwhile to do. I don't think we need it that quickly. 1, 2... Yeah, we couldn't hit a unit on this tile next turn anyway. Oh, we actually have a trade connection to Mehmed. We could trade for his cows if we wanted to. So he has 3 cities, to no surprise. Yeah, you can heal here. Because you heal faster in our territory, of course. Alright, you take over this tile. And we'll be one away from growth, which I don't really want. Because all that will do is just create an unhappy face. Alright, now you are also 1 turn away from growth, so you move here, put a placeholder turn into roading, because why not? And then you right here, we don't need to road this tile. You can come over here and start roading towards the spike, because we're going to do settler next. Alright, mysticism done. Sailing is next. There we go. Yeah, we have. Do we really have 20 food hammers? No, we have 16 food hammers, which is still excellent. So yeah, the capital's pretty much just going to do workers and settlers for the moment. All right, war chariot, go out there and fog and see that you can kill stuff for us. Men converts to Christianity. Okay. These are actually not the worst tiles to be working here. We'll do the obelisk first. Again, I don't really want to slave this just yet. I think I'd rather just work my good tiles. When you have like high production tiles like this, it's not bad to work them. Yeah, we need obelisk and we need... and down the road, we might run some specialists to try to get a great profit. At Fishy, if nothing else. Fishy just needs happiness. Alright. Turn off science for a couple turns. Then we'll go for sailing after that. Alright, here comes the enemy. Great. Oh, hi there, guys. Unfortunately, I cannot keep working on this. It's not safe. You are ready to intercept this archer if it steps on either of these tiles here. Can't wait until we have the barbs more under control. Since it's also not safe to move down here, you'll just put a turn into pre-chopping this tile. Yeah, I mean, I can swap into slavery anytime I want. Alright, hopefully these warriors will suicide on my woodsman warrior. Okay, that is not a good combat result. Took a lot of damage from the first combat, which means he has low combat strength for the second one. Well, that was pretty terrible. Okay, so it was the first combat that was bad. Okay, let's look at what happened in that first combat. They had 2% odds. 2%. 2% odds. We had 98% odds to win, and yet this guy got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on me. 4 hits. 4 hits. And so we were down to 40 health. And then that gave them 85%. That was just an awful combat result. Absolutely awful. To get 4 hits on a 2% combat is terrible. And then that's why... And I still had bad results there, too. He still hit me 3 times, and I hit him once, even though I had, like, 2-to-1 odds. That was an atrociously bad combat turn there. Alright. So now I think we do need... Well, what we need to do now is we need to put one turn into the War Chariot so we can slave the War Chariot next turn if we have to. We'll kill this, but... Alright. So you go here. Wait, okay, so next turn, 1, 2, 3. Okay, never mind. We don't have to do that, because next turn we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're in the city. So never mind, we don't need to do that. Of course, we didn't know we were going to get a flawless victory there or anything. Really would like to improve that tile. We can't do that, so we might as well start cottaging here, since we can't do that. Alright. Yeah, well, barbarians are no joke on the higher difficulties. Alright. I would very much like to improve this style. Barbs are definitely being a nuisance here, aren't they? They spawn a lot. Again, I wanted to have a fog-busting warrior standing on this tile, but I just wasn't able to do that. You saw, just wasn't possible. We'll get them under control eventually, but they are definitely being a nuisance right now. Oh, the War Chariot should promote, by the way. 10% more strength will be nice. Alright, I can't stay on this tile, unfortunately. I've been chased back yet again. I'm actually just gonna... What can I do that would be useful? I guess we can go here and start dropping cottage turns here, because we will want a cottage on this turn eventually. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no point in roading this tile either. So we'll come back here and we'll go back to chopping. Also true, it would have just gotten pillaged. Okay, what is the deal here? There's a lot of barbarians. A lot of barbarians right now. They do tend to come in waves. Okay, we only got 1 XP for that. I'm not attacking the archer on the hill. That's just silly. I think we need a second War Chariot, actually. Sooner or later we'll be able to improve this tile. Anyway, we can also turn research on sailing. I'll probably let that run a little long. Yeah, I definitely let that run longer than I needed. Hey, thanks for subscribing again, Ethelwyn. Yeah, this chop is probably going to go into a War Chariot as well, just to get this situation under control, because this is pretty annoying. Alright. Okay, well that's good news. This one at least diverted to the north. That War Chariot's at 4 out of 5 health. I will heal for 1 turn, and then you need to go escort the settler after that. Yeah. So this will give us enough overflow that we can 1-turn the War Chariot. Again, it's not my favorite way of spending the chop, but I didn't have anything else for the worker to do, so... And then, yeah, then the capital probably just... Then we might just go... Well, we need another defensive unit at some point. 2 should be enough. I mean, I thought it would be enough, and then 3 more barb units walked into view. I thought it would be enough. And we'll just do this so we get the War Chariot out. Like I said, I thought that would be plenty. I really don't want to attack this guy where he is, but I need to clear this unit. It's in the way. We will get another promotion from this too. This is a lot of barb units considering how few units are in the area. I mean, we'll be able to heal off that. And we'll be able to promote and heal, but like this is a lot of barb units. Because I just killed several of them. Alright, well, we got a cottage, I suppose. We'll work that tile. Maybe someday we'll actually get control of this tile over here. We do have slavery as an option here. Now, we do not have a granary yet. Actually, what we probably want to do is get this to size 4 and then 2-pop whip the granary. Probably. Like, Mehmed, he still only has 3 cities, so he doesn't have that many. If the Barbs had a city over here, we'd be able to see it. I don't think they have a city. I think that they're just spawning a lot of units. Okay, now the question is, what do we want to do with this unit? I think we put down a cottage because there's not really anything else I can do. I can't road down here. Consider getting flanking 1 sentry. No, I need the combat strength. Sentry is not going to be that useful here. It's not the worst suggestion, but I really do need the combat strength. Like a war chariot that is combat 2 is quite a bit stronger than one that's not unpromoted. Yeah, I guess we do the cottage here for lack of anything else. And then you, I mean, there's not much point in moving this settler forward. Yeah, sentries for supporting an army, but the war chariots are the army. It's a good way of thinking about it right now. Let's get a... we don't have sailing yet. Let's get another worker. Can always use another worker. In which case we should obviously be working this tile, yeah. Oh, well, speaking of that, there's your Barb City right there. That's going to be our pain for a while. Unfortunately, it's on a hill, which makes it far more difficult to take. Yeah, you will definitely heal this turn. Yeah, we have to... I don't want this settler to just sit here doing nothing, so we'll escort it down here with this guy to make sure it's safe to plant. And then that means you obviously need to cancel that and get down there and mine this tile. That also means if we're giving up the wheat tile that you need actually you need a workboat. And then we actually do want to give that up because we're going to be swapping to that. We're going to be swapping you over to that tile. There's also not much point in growing onto stuff we can't use. Or this is going to be swapping to here is what I mean. Okay. This poor worker here is like, what do I do? I can never actually improve the tiles I want to improve. I mean, I guess road for lack of anything better. We could, you know, I guess we could pre-chop some of these tiles as well. Barbed spears would be annoying, but at least we're about to go settle a copper resource. Oh my god, this is an insane amount of... This is an absolutely insane amount of barbarians. I am legit shocked how many barbs are popping up here. I know that on Immortal you get more barbarians, but like this is intense, man. This is just barb after barb after barb. We have literally not been able to improve a cow resource right next to this because there's so many of these. All right, we'll take the 96% here. Unfortunately, it looks like we got a good roll here because we didn't take much damage. And then back into the city. But like this is just unending. I mean, we're being... It's not like I'm not really neglecting defense that much or anything. It's just like, as I said, unending. All right, we'll do granary first here because the border expansion doesn't do that much in this city. And we need a name for this one, so feel free to suggest. But like this is pretty intense barb activity on this map right now. Oh yeah, they're gonna potentially pillage my mine here. But I do not have a unit to spare for that right now. Okay, once again, okay, well I was gonna move down here, but I can't do that either. Obviously we're gonna defend instead of attacking on a forested hill. The same thing, I can't do anything. There's just so many of these units. It's a good thing I had the war chariots. Without them, well, without them I would have gone, without them I would have gone for archers. But I would, like, this is just intense. This is neighbor built. This is a lot. I mean, like just before, I don't think Fool's Gold is what I want here. Axe Home's fine because this is going to be where we get our copper from. But like, look at this. This is not a lot of fog, guys. This is like 20 tiles at most. It's not a lot of fog here. It's not like we're in a vast wilderness, and yet like it's just endless, nonstop barbs. I've been killing them pretty fast, but I mean, if there's one good piece of news, it's that War Chariot is close to hitting heroic epic territory, which is when you get to the third promotion, which would be very nice to get that. Oh, Methmed's already got a ship out there. I don't like seeing that. I do like that these barbs are suiciding. Yeah, they pillaged that, which is unfortunate, but... Well, somebody built the Great Wall. I don't suppose it's Methmed, is it? It is Methmed, okay. Great. Now any barbs between us will come directly for us. Awesome. Okay. Now the Great Wall is built. Alright, so we have... That War Chariot does need to heal. There's another barb down here as well. A lot of barbarians, you guys. A lot of barbs. Oh wait, no, you can't go there either, can you? I was thinking, well, I'll just go over here, but no, I can't. This War Chariot just needs to heal too. Like I can't be attacking when it's at 2.5 health. Yeah, anything I build here is just going to get pillaged anyway. Okay. Lot of barbs. A lot of barbs. Let me move you to here, because from here you can potentially whack this guy, because this guy's probably going to move to the mine tile, and then I can whack you on the mine tile next turn and at least get that one back. I think we might have to do another War Chariot, even though I don't want... Well, no, I should do a galley, because I need a galley to start ferrying units over there. We need to start getting onto the... Oh my god, another archer? What is going on? This is insane. Another archer? You gotta be kidding me. Jeez. Okay. Alright. Now this requires... Let's do masonry, so then that opens up putting production into the Great Lighthouse. This is absurd. How many of these units there are. I do need a warrior to just stand in this axe home over here. Oh my god. Oh, he can't get through my... Well, of course he can't get through my borders, but... Well, our Valley can take this tile back. We're going to be able to... Well, the borders are going to pop here in 8 turns, and that'll help remove where the barbs can spawn. Anyway, no, I'm not... You just need to heal. You'll heal before the... There's another barb archer. I have killed so many barbarians. This is absurd. How many barbs have I killed? Let's just go through how many I've killed recently. All right. So since we... Okay, since the game started, we killed an archer. This is not since the game started. This is just in the last few turns here. 1 archer, 2 warriors. Okay, this is just the last couple turns. Why doesn't it have all the other turns in here? Oh, well. Oh, no, we can use the statistics. Duh. What am I thinking of? All right, killed. We've killed 6 warriors and 5 archers so far. We're like that is a lot of units to have killed. We've killed 11 units already? Are you serious? We're on turn 64. We've killed 11 barbarians already? This is not Raging Barbarians, you guys. Anyway, we have to clear this unit. If we lose the 96% odds, I'm going to be pretty pissed here. Like, we even have a good early unique unit. And I have to keep this unit down here, because this unit could... That barbed warrior could just walk right here. That's now 12 barbarians we've killed. I need you to I'd like to repair this. I still need to get the copper. You need to start working on the copper. which hopefully we can actually start getting improved. You can at least come back here and work on reconnecting this. This is pretty effing rough here. Like, I've played a lot of Civ 4. This is more than you normally see from Barbs, you guys. This is not just me griping. This is like a degree of Barb activity you do not normally see in a game. Anyway, hopefully we can defend it. I mean, okay. They are just non-stop here. Okay. They just will not leave. All right, well, this unit is about to qualify for Heroic Epic. Like, what? This is every turn. I'm killing multiple Barbs every turn. I can't even get my resources connected. This is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. I should be working the clans. That's a good suggestion. Because growth at this point doesn't really matter. I'm just forced to build so much military. This archer is in an extremely annoying spot. We'll go up here. So because I don't want it to. Well. Here, we'll go protect this tile. I would be very surprised if it could attack and beat that. Alright. Can we get past this wave of Barbs? They're like completely out of control right now. Anyway. We definitely need to go found this city. If we can found this city, we can keep the Barbs out of our hair. Or at least make it not so bad. I mean, if we lose either of these combats this turn, it's going to be ugly. Because one's defending a city and the other's defending that worker. I mean, we shouldn't lose them, but just because it shouldn't doesn't mean won't. Alright. Screw it. We're going to go try to found that. By the time 7 turns have passed, I think we can go. I think we'll have this under control. Famous last words, I know, right? You just need to heal this turn. And then you, like, do I take a 73%? Oh, man. But if I lose the 73%, it's a disaster. All right. We're going to save this. Surely we won't lose this battle, right? It's not secretly... You do get more Barbs when you turn up the difficulty. But this is an unusually high amount. Surely we won't lose a 75% odds here. But there is a reason why I just saved it. Alright. There we go. Alright. Hallelujah. The Barbarian Menace is done for the time being. Let's not waste a movement turn if we don't have to. Alright. Now, that will qualify us for Heroic Epic down the road, so hooray for that. You know, you kill this guy next turn, this warrior pops in here, and then finally we have a warrior in each city, and then these war chariots can go out and actually fog bust, which is what they're supposed to do, and this settler will come over and handle that. Also, you cancel this, because next turn you're going on that mine tile. Yeah, heroic, well, this is actually not a good Heroic Epic state. There's not enough food here. There's not enough food. It's not sufficient. This might be... we'll see. We'll find some spot. We also... I would like to scout, but like I just have not had an opportunity. Just defending what I had is enough. Like, we want to get... I would like to send out war chariot scouting, and I'd like to send out workboats and such scouting too. Alright. So that's done. Now, Oracle is technically still out there as a wonder. I don't know if we have... no, we need to focus on the Great Lighthouse. That's the wonder we need to do. We need to do Great Lighthouse. That is the wonder we care about. That is the one we need to try to build. Moai would be nice too, but it's Great Lighthouse. That's the one we need. Okay. So that does mean we have no immediate priority right now. There's nothing we need that badly. Is the monotheism religion still out there, just out of curiosity? Does anyone remember if that was ever actually founded? We can check on the religious screen. It was founded, so someone's already done that. So that is not a possibility. No point on that. Yeah, great. The Oracle is still out there, but honestly, by the time we got there, there's a good chance someone would build it, and like these meditation polytheism don't really do a whole lot for us. Why don't we grab hunting, because we are going to need hunting. It's very cheap. We might as well. All right. You go ahead and heal. You can finally now look to connect this. You can now run in here, and we need to go found this city, which is going to be horribly weak early on because it's just going to have no food. It's actually going to have to build a obelisk first to pop the borders so we can maybe farm some of these tiles. It won't be able to work the gold tile, unfortunately, but it's going to give us +2 happiness in our other cities, and that is very worthwhile to do. Okay, finally, we can do this. Barb Valley. Work that tile. What are you doing? Why aren't you working this tile? Okay. So the granary, if we whip it this turn, it's a 2-pop whip, which I think we actually do want to do. Oh, no. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a worker. We're going to whip that worker. And then we'll 2-pop whip it next turn. The overflow goes into the granary. And then it'll regrow while finishing the granary. And we'll work our... And we actually have pretty good tiles here. And hey, we're about to get a border pop soon, too. And then we can go improve that. You can also work on getting us... Maybe you can get us a galley. We do need another worker. 2 workers is not enough. I am not in Slavery Civic. I can pop in anytime I want, but it does cost me 1 extra gold per turn. So the first time I slave something, which is going to be next turn, we'll pop into that Civic. Good question, though. Oh, and as soon as we whip that, we'll drop this tile and we'll send it back to the capital. I see the enemies here again. Well, guess what? I'm not scared of you, buddy. I eat barbarian warriors like you for breakfast. All right, let's get over here and let's start fog busting. All right. One of the latest I've ever gone to Slavery Civic, I think, but we didn't need it, and since we didn't need it, we might as well. We'll work that cottage. We don't need the extra production that badly. And yeah. I really want this border pop. I also want to put a city over here. Oh, by the way, and now that we can see that sheep tile, we obviously want to drop our city here so that they're both in first ring. And we really want to get that because that gives us overseas trade routes. So I think we do settler galley and then settler again for that spot. We're starting to come together. Finally getting under control here. Of course. All right, worker done. I hate it when the barbs run past your front lines. All right, well, you just heal for this turn. Might as well road there. All right, there's yet another barb archer trickling in. If this guy moves onto this tile, though, I'll whack him with the war chariot, which will be back to full health again. And obviously, we're going to work this tile. Obelisk, please pop the border so there's less room in which barbs can spawn. Can we call the chariot Barb Buster? Sure. Barb Buster, the war chariot. We've still killed, again, if we're just going back to the killed stats, just an absurd number. We've killed 16 barb units in 69 turns. 16. And there's 3 more on the field right now. That tile's in line to get pillaged yet again. Alright. Next up, we don't need horseback riding. That's not an issue. Writing is okay. We could always try to do metal casting. We do have gold. You know what? I like the idea of early metal casting. We have gold, or we're going to have gold, and we're industrious. Other possibilities would be like writing plus math is about the same as metal casting, a little cheaper. Math is always a nice target too. You know, power up your forest chops. But I kind of like the idea of early metal casting here. Also gives us teremes if we would ever need that. But yeah, I don't like we don't even have any calendar. We have one calendar resource, so currency would be a priority too. But I like the idea of going for this. Okay. Now, how do we play this? These two barbed warriors are like very much in the way. I'm gonna have you chill here for right now. Actually, no. I think I might need your help up there. There's no barbs down here at the moment. I am going to use your second promotion, by the way. Now, this is a combat 2 chariot against an archer. We should win that battle. So here, I'd like to just kill this. We have very good odds to kill it. That's not the issue. The issue is if we're wrong, like we kill this, that's no problem. But then this warrior attacks Barb Valley. Now, we should win that because we have the fortify bonus and the city defense bonus. But if we get unlucky, then yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on. We have to clear this. I don't want this mine to get pillaged again. It's just too annoying. Oh, and the capital needed to take that tile back. I forgot. There we go. We get one more commerce. This metal casting is not going to finish anytime soon. Now, I'd really like to road this tile, but I can't do that. So I guess you guys can go back and try to restore this mine that I had earlier. Now, we have, like... We should have, like, 85% odds to win this, but if we lose the city, which obviously would be terrible. But sometimes you just got to roll the dice. Actually, I didn't have to roll the dice there, but... Alright. Again, we should win. There we go, thank you. There's a little hiccup in the animation there for a second. Now, I'm not attacking this guy in the forest. That would be a bad idea. But I am going to like trail this guy. You need to heal. So, because next turn, you're probably going to have to attack this guy on the tile that just got improved, on the cow tile. Alright. And then you can come down here and be ready to fog bust for this settler that's going to be roaming down. Yeah, and we'll have to road over there as well. Well, as soon as these guys get done well, actually, I was going to say they have to go improve that, or one of them has to go improve that tile. Axome, yeah, we do need workers, don't we? But we also need settlers, too. Always need more of everything. Always need more of everything. It's a sign of a good Civ game. Okay, unsurprising. Alright. I thought it was going to move there. That's fine. Come attack me in the city instead. So you can see 2 barb archers. Now, one thing this does is it does plug this no opportunity for Methmed to cross through here. By the way, how many cities is he up to? He's still just on the 3 cities. That's a good sign. And he actually has fewer resources connected than we do. That's also a good sign. Alright, so we got that reconnected. So we'll do this to here. And then you can take this back. So when you grow, you'll grow onto the cottage. And we probably will try to get a great profit at some point. If we can get a religion, we'll definitely go for it. All right. Is it worthwhile to road this? Probably, because then we can road here over to this city spot. Probably worthwhile. The settler can then go 1, 2, 3 here. It's probably the fastest way to do this. All right, Axome. Look at this. Axome has pretty good production. Not a lot of food, but pretty good production. I'm not sure where we're going to get enough food for this city down the road. Probably have to do some windmills here eventually. But we'll have copper in 3 more turns once the roads are done. Oh, we can irrigate through the rice tile. We can farm here, here. Um, well, that's about it. This line of hills stops us, but we can windmill these hills or something. We'll figure it out. The border plot definitely helps, so that helps fog bust. It's a shame that this peak isn't in the borders, because if this were, the peak would just fog bust everything. But with this city here, we should have most of the fog gone, and then the barbs will stop spawning. Now, if we get a really low odds dice roll here, it could be pretty bad, but fortunately we did not. Oh, another barb over there. All right, we need a galley quite badly, and we'll dial down our food intake. But I don't mind the food box slowly filling up here. Now, remember, we have no granary yet either. But until we can actually grow, it's not a big deal. We've been 1 pop over the limit for quite some time now. All right, anyway. Road. Barb Valley should obviously be on its cottage tile. Oh, and it's at the happiness limit. Okay. So yeah, let's get this road connection down. Let's go get these resources connected. Barb Valley, when it gets to size 4, it can probably 2-pop whip another worker. Is probably the next place we go up there. All right, it looks like the barbs are actually under control for the time being. What's the fastest way to get here? Yeah, I thought that would be the fastest. Well, this will be kind of an awkward road connection, but it will get us over here. And we'll improve the ivory and the gold, and then we can finally get out from this happiness crunch. This settler is going to go over here. I actually want a second galley to just go out exploring, but I'm still struggling to make that happen right now. And then we also need to try to squeeze the Great Lighthouse in here at some point too, which also requires a lighthouse. We can probably slave out one of these. Probably slave the granary and then the lighthouse or something like that. Anyway, we'll figure out something. Here comes another barb archer. They just keep coming out here, don't they? Okay. Yeah, I said I was going to let this grow. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll do the lighthouse for lack of anything else right now. Or you know what we could do? We could do workboat, actually, because we're going to need a workboat for this crab tile. We might as well do the workboat now. And that'll help accelerate growth curve. As I said, I'd really like to do some more scouting, too. We will need a military unit over there as well. I might ship over the warrior initially. I mean, we don't even have the settler done yet. So, okay. Just going to keep jumping back and forth here. Chat can be thinking of potential names. You know what is annoying is that this barb city, the archer can just move here, here, here. And like, I can't really attack it on any of those tiles. So that's pretty annoying. What I can do though, the war chariot's never. I was gonna have the war chariot occupy this hill, but it's still healing, so that's not worthwhile. All right, we get this city out next turn. Oh yeah, we need a warrior defender for there too. And we've lost our ability to construct warriors because we connected that. Maybe I shouldn't have connected that because we now no longer have warriors for cheap military police. Oops. Maybe we should do archery real quick just so we can do very cheap. It's such a cheap tech. We should probably do that so we can train archers very cheaply instead of having to train like axes or whatnot. If we could chop too far south of the wheat, we could easily whack the bars. That's true. That's true. And we do want to chop these at some point. That's definite goal. Axum, you could probably get us some more military stuff too. You can't really be whipped though. You actually have a lot of production. You have 8 base production. That's a lot for the early game. You just don't have any food. Do we try to chop Great Lighthouse here actually? It's not as crazy as it sounds. Like build the lighthouse here and then if we funnel, like this actually could be a good spot to do it. 1, 2, like 4 forest chops. with Industrious bonus. They're 30 with Industrious bonus. They're 30 per chop. That would get us 120. That's actually not crazy at all. We'd have to do the lighthouse, of course, but yeah, I actually like that idea. Now I might try to work towards that. So we're here on turn 75. I do need to try to get it soonish though. Yeah, I kind of like that because the capital has like so much going on at any one point in time. Yeah, you can just hang out right there. I'm not attacking you on the hill, buddy. You either have to tack into the city or come down onto the Plains Hill tile, onto the cow tile. All right. So we do need a name for this one. I'll leave that up to chat. And you need an obelisk. I actually want the borders to pop here before anything else. Gold spice is good. Again, I know there's a better way to remove these signs, but I've never been very good at doing that, so. Okay. Gold spice it is. All right, this worker. What do I do with this worker? I think we start chopping towards that Great Lighthouse. Like we can start by chopping this tile. I can actually double whip the lighthouse at size 4. I'll do that. I'll double whip the lighthouse at size 4, and then we'll put all the overflow into the Great Lighthouse. And I think I'll play today until I either get the Great Lighthouse or fail in the attempt. We do need a defender for this spot too. There we go. But that +2 happiness that's incoming from Gold Spice is going to be pretty big. All right. So, yeah. This will double whip this as soon as you hit... Yeah, we can double whip this, and we should have enough overflow to get a nice... We'll actually do the rare mine chop instead of just the... Well... Yeah, because... no, I can just... I will do this, actually. I couldn't make up my mind there for a minute. All right. First things first, we'll do the ivory first. All right, and the Barb Buster did not even get scratched there. That is a well-defended Barb City. We're going to need catapults to take that out. Of course, as soon as we get construction, that'll go down quickly. All right. Let's move you over here, and you can fog bust. I think that we actually have the whole area covered as soon as we stand on this tile. Fishy, you're going to do a settler next, and we'll figure out a defender from somewhere. Maybe Bard Valley can get a defender. All right. Now metal casting. Now settler here. 7 turns either way, but it's still more food havers over here. Also, we're about to get another point of food here too. Okay, well let's start checking out what's over here. It might even be worthwhile to build like a scout just to get more map information. I feel like we've been in this like little box the whole time. Okay, now is that a forested hill? That is a forested hill. But we still have better odds to kill it with this than to let it attack Axholme. So we'll take the 96.5. Now, it's a disaster if we lose this, but sometimes you got to take odds when they're that good. There's a 98%. But again, let's try to funnel this guy onto a tile where he doesn't have such a big defensive bonus. Yeah, so this will be connected next turn because it'll be connected via the river. We'll still put a road on there anyway because I want a road connection from Axholme to Gold Spice. But anyway, let's see. We have 13 here, 8. Oh, we're going to be at 29 out of 60 when we whip this. That's fantastic. We'll get max overflow. We'll be at 29 out of 60. And yes, Bird Valley should steal one of these mines from the capital. Thanks. Is this city can actually be whipped for something. Um, what would be good to whip? Just thinking out loud here. Probably another worker. We'll whip another worker. Need more workers quite badly. And then you can start improving this tile up here. Oh wait, what happened here? Is Fishy not working the tiles it should be? No, Fishy's okay. Okay. Connect this. Whip this. We'll grow back very quickly. Overflow should finish the workboat. We can even do a little exploring with that. Now, am I safe to send this thing out scouting a little bit? I don't have a no. I don't think that's safe because I don't have a single unit in Gold Spice right now. I really do want to know what's down there, but I don't think it's safe just yet. All right, now do I whip the settler in Fishy? The answer is, I think well, I think yes, because now we're going to be able to grow. But I don't want to whip it for 3. I think maybe whip it for 2. And then we'll overflow into the granary, which we definitely need now. But that means I need to be ready to pick it up in like one more turn. All right. And again, the obelisk just to grab more tiles will basically mean that we no longer need to fog bust. Yeah, food is basically free and infinite and Fishy. It's true. But we don't have the granary just yet. We have enough espionage that we can actually see what he's researching. There we go. I thought you would do that, and now you're dead. We don't get any XP for this, but you do get you off that tile. We didn't take any damage, as expected. All right, now you, new worker, you need to go improve that. And of course, we're not going to waste our worker turn. That we're gonna whip this. It's still 3 pop. Wow. Oh, okay. You know what? We have we have the 3 food tiles here. We do regrow very quickly. All right. I'm hesitant to do that, but we do regrow very quickly. We get more food hammers on this tile, so we'll do that. We're gonna have a tremendous amount of overflow, which we'll put into this granary. And the other thing that does is it means we can take the warrior and take it along with the boat. Okay. Also, Axe Home. You now need to double whip your lighthouse, which is also at 29 out of 60. Perfect. And now just to make sure we don't mess up, that's going to go in, well, I was going to queue it up, but that can't go in the Great Lighthouse. It's not possible. Here you go. You can hang out here. Yeah, you chill until we get an actual defender in there. And yeah, you guys can come mine this gold tile so we get another +1 happiness everywhere. Also, we're supposed to be saving gold on metal casting. I could use an archer. Why don't you get me an archer? I do need defenders for these cities. All right, Great Lighthouse. 15 turns? Wow, okay. Yeah, I'll let that mine finish, then we'll chop that over there. Okay. When we have enough, we can grow another size here. Barb Valley, you can shift this warrior over here for the capital. Workboat comes over. It's all coming together, see? This way, in order to walk out of the Barb City, they have to, whatchamacallit, they have to step onto this flat grounds tile, and then I'll pounce and smack them. Building Great Lighthouse to pop warders. Yes, that will be a nice side effect. Building Great Lighthouse to pop warders, I know. And then we definitely want to get some exploring units out. So we have the same number of cities as him. I'm sure he's way ahead in research, but Great Lighthouse will make a big difference there. I think we're looking at like a... Oh, we finally found somebody else. History of Armin. He has four... Okay, he has one more city than us, but we're of course about to plant another one. Sure, we can do open borders. Can we do open borders with Mehmed? No, we can't. Where is History of Armin, by the way? Oh, down there to the south. Let's reallocate our espionage. We definitely don't need any more on Mehmed. We'll lose visibility on research soon, but that's not a big deal. I didn't really care about that. And he and Mehmed have different religions. This is going to be a fishing village, of course. All right, now we can go out and explore for a little bit and see if we can spot anything else. Well, that's why we camped out on the hill tile. Unfortunately, now we have to go back to our territory to heal. Sooner or later, eventually we'll get that barb. Okay. Now this mine will finish next turn, and then we'll chop this, and that probably finishes the Great Lighthouse pretty quickly. Let's see, because we'll get 30, and then we'll get another 30, and we're getting 10 per turn. Yeah, and then we'll be able to work them. Actually, we're getting base production 7, and then when we grab this, that'll take us up to 10, so we'll get 15. Yeah, we should finish around turn 90. Hopefully we'll get it. Is this better? Nah, better to work our resource tiles, I think. Even though the granary is... Well, the granary is a bit of a special case, though. So let's see. If we finish the granary in 3 turns, that's probably a little bit better, because then the food box will be like half full, and then we can fill it up after that. Yeah, south looks like it's another one tile corridor, would be my guess. Something like that. Alright, so now the borders will expand. You 100% need a granary because you literally have no food. But now the borders will expand and we can actually farm, well, this tile. This is the only 3 food tile the city can work. This one down here, we need civil service to be able to irrigate down there. Oh yeah, and what name do we want for this city, by the way? We don't have foreign trade routes with the AI yet, but we will get the overseas trade routes. Well, this looks like a nice island up here. Definitely need to explore this further. Because now all our cities will get the overseas trade routes. Crabby sheep, crab people. Well, let's do crab people. This didn't really cost us too much because our econ went up at the same time. Alright, you need to heal. X home. Yeah, 10 turn Great Lighthouse, but again, we're going to chop that, and that'll cut a few turns off. Plus the city's going to grow. Oh, let's do this. 1 turn growth. Yay! Then we just pick up that tile next turn. Alright, got to road this tile. And that's where the crab is, right? Yeah. Then we need to... Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to go grab a worker. After this is done, we actually don't need the worker at Barb Valley. Well, we might actually need... We need more workers. Always need more workers! Wait, what the... Oh. No, I think I'd rather have you still grow at least a little bit over working the cold tile at size 1. Well, actually, hold on. No, we probably still want this. The gold is nice, but... Well, on the other hand, maybe we do just work this until the borders pop, and then we can grab that tile. Barb Valley, I think you're going to get another worker out, because I think I'll just straight up build this one, because I just need another worker really badly. Yeah, when this is done, I can ferry the worker over to crab people, but crab people can work that tile for the time being. So we got a couple more turns to explore here. We need to get, like I keep saying this, we need more stuff to expand, like for exploring purposes. But we also don't want to slow down the growth curve either. Can Fishy finish its granary? That's a great question. Yes, and that is 100% worth doing. Good call there. J-Man got that in the chat. Good call. It's definitely worth it to do that because now it'll start filling up the food box. And how long until... So we need the city to grow up to the happiness cap, and then we'll probably try to get another settler. Part of the reason why I need to explore, though, is I need to identify city spots. Like, I can't just send units blindly out. I mean, I guess I could, but we can get much better spots if we identify. By the way, Crab People would be a good Moai city, too. I know Fishy, the capital, is a great Moai spot, but so is Crab People. All right, granary done. Now that that's done, we just want you to grow. Grow, grow, grow. Definitely the lighthouse next. We want to get you up to the happiness cap next, which is actually size 7. All right, and I said we don't really have another... Here, you work that tile. I don't have another great tile for you to work. I would like to get a cottage here, but let's just get another worker. We're running out that cooldown for the whip unhappiness anyway. And it's not like we have anything too crucial to work. For metal casting, we need we need like 250-ish gold to be able to burn to metal casting. So we're still a little ways away. It keeps prompting me every turn on that worker. All right, and then axe home. Yep, 6 turns. Let's see. So we'll do 15, 15, 15. That puts us at 1. So we can get it in 4 turns, I think. I think it's a turn 88 completion. All right, Crab People now gets that done. All right, anything up here? Nothing popping up yet. All right, so what can I do with these workers? We want to improve this tile, but it's not going to be in our borders for 9 more turns. So there's definitely some time for these guys to go do something somewhere else. How about, I was going to say go chop this tile. It's outside the borders of Axum. Well, we need to road this tile anyway. Maybe you chop this and we'll just accept the fact that we get the fewer... No, I think I'll road that. You can go up here and dump a cottage on this tile, I suppose. And I will need one of these workers to pop in the galley and go improve that sheep tile. Fishy could combine National Epic and the one that removes Unhappiness Globe Theater. Could do that. There's certainly enough food here to make it a good National Epic city. All right, chop. Oh, okay. That might be our next spot where we put something down. Here we go. This is, look, the Bart Valley is certainly coming along nicely. By the way, what are our combat odds again? See, even though this unit's like super promoted, we only get 33% odds. Chariots are just not good at attacking. Even war chariots are not really any good at attacking archers in there. I think we can't really clear that barb until we get catapults. Because like one catapult... Oh wait, there's only 2 archers. Wait, what the heck? Only 2 archers. Is Mehmed attacking on the other side? Maybe Mehmed's attacking it. Okay. Well, we are in a position, if there's like 1 unit at low health, we can snipe it. I actually am going to move the other war chariot up there, because if there's 1 archer left, we could attack with both archers, and that would be practically guaranteed to take it. Let's get up here. We definitely would rather snipe that than have... Okay, a chop for 13 is not worth it. Besides, I think this chop, when it comes in, I think that chop will basically finish the wonder. All right, Fishy, you're growing nicely. We'll grow again at end of turn. Maybe you can actually grow onto that cottage. Yeah, I'll have you grow onto that cottage, and we can set up some more cottages here. Of course, you have no production for that lighthouse, but that's fine. All right, this boat probably needs to turn around and start coming back. So let's see. I guess this is the spot where we have to put a city, because it's literally the only tile that, like, yeah, the only tile that can get this fish, which is obviously really worthwhile. Swords, yeah, swords actually make a difference. So you might say, well, 5 attack on the war chariot, 6 attack on the sword. What's the big difference? But swords also get 10% city attack, And they can take City Raider promotions, which Chariots cannot take. And like City Raider 1 plus that innate 10% bonus against cities, that just those two things alone are enough to make a huge difference. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna hang out here in striking distance, ready. If there's one archer left, we'll take the city. Anyway, you might as well build roads here. I would like to road here, and then you can. We're gonna bring this galley back. We actually need another galley, and then you can hop in the galley and start improving tiles over here. And then you guys here can help at the capital. Fishy work with this tile because we're still not at the happiness cap. We probably will grow to size 7 and then 3-pop whip a settler, the next settler to go up to that spot. This is, yeah, these are both hills south of the Barb City. Yeah, you can just chill there. We still need a defender for Gold Spice as well. All right, so next turn we'll be at 160. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just think here for a second. Next turn we go to 166, and then the chop gives us 30. We'd be at 196. But if we do this, we'll be able to finish it at the end of next turn, because this will get us 19. We go to 160. Wait, and then we get another 19? Or would we be at 199? I think we'd be at 199 if we do that. We also need to scout to the south, yes. I'd like to squeeze out, well, a scout. Even just a scout build from one of these cities would be good. I think that I can't finish it even if I work that tile on go to starvation diet, unfortunately. All right, Barb Valley. Is Barb Valley even going to work this tile in the immediate future? Yes, it is, so it's worthwhile to finish that. Well, the chop, so let's just do the math real quickly. Good point. So we go here, we get 19 production, we're at 160. The following turn we do 19 more. So we would go to wait a minute. What's 140? 140, let me just do the math. 141 plus 19, we go to 160. Plus 19 takes us to 179. Oh, never mind. We have enough either. Never mind. I think we finish it either way. Wait, hold on. 141 plus 15 equals plus 15 equals. We finish it either way with the chop. We'll finish it either way. We're good. The chop is worth 20, and then it goes to 30 with Industrious. We're actually okay either way with the chop. So, there we go. And now we have a Great Lighthouse, because the human player always wins same turn tiebreakers in this game. Still just the one unit there. All right. Cool. Okay. So Axome looking good there. And then maybe Axome can produce, like, literally just a scout is all I need to head south. And we'll go explore that. How many turns until the border pops? 6 turns. Okay, 6 turns. So that's, yeah, we don't need you over there for the time being. How about you come over here, and maybe we can chop another forest into a cottage for Fishy. Yeah, after this is done, we'll drop this and go to +4 food per turn. Actually, I'll drop this and go to 3 food per turn. This can just be a slow-growing city that just doesn't whip and just builds things naturally. Could even use it for, like, build the barracks or something. Not our Moai city, to be sure. Axome to build a barracks, and to barracks followed by just we train our military out of there is a really good idea. But I might build like a military police archer for Gold Spice first. But yeah, that would be it's a good military pump city. Yay! We did it! Got Great Lighthouse. Really, really crucial wonder for this map. Nice. It would also be nice if we can actually make use of our spiritual trait. We've gotten no use out of spiritual yet. But If we can unlock Code of Laws is actually would be a big target for us because not only would it let us maybe get our own religion, which would be great, we can also pop back and forth from slavery to caste system, which I love. I love being able to do that. So that might be a target after we get metal casting. Okay, that's a big one. Finish the Great Lighthouse. We also we don't need the obelisk to pop the borders because we have a Great Lighthouse to pop the borders for us. Yeah, we'll do this. That looks good. This gives us, yeah, base 7 production per turn. You can almost 3-turn the archers. Works for me. Cool. We got our Great Lighthouse. Hooray! Now we have mucho trade routes. All the overseas ones are worth 2. And, yeah, this... we can pop right in here. I don't know if I need... do I want 2 workers over here? Actually, you know what I think I want? I think I want to send a war chariot over here to help explore and fog bust. Let's send our mucho war chariot over here as well. There we go. Now we have wheat connected. You can just chill here. And so we'll drop off the worker, and then the war chariot can explore what's up there. Fishy, you are almost to the... yeah, at size 7, we'll swap into a settler, triple whip that, go get that next spot overseas. Actually, you know what? As much as I want an archer, I want the scout first. I want to know what's down here. I want a scout to go check it out. Scouts are very cheap. You could, well, actually, we'll do the war chariot. That's better. A war chariot actually holds some use beyond just exploring. All right. Meanwhile, I actually want this road while I'm here. That's a nice road connection there. Okay, I think we might have enough to finish metal. Yeah, we can finish metal casting too. So we'll start our burn on metal casting. And you know what early metal casting means too, right? You guys know what early metal casting means, right? Yeah. We'll make our play for the Colossus as well. I said we were going to stop there, but let's just go to turn 100 because it's a nice even number. So we're just going to see if there's a religion available. I would like to target the Code of Laws one. There's a good chance it's not going to be there. But, like, we can go meditation, priesthood, and then just see if the Code of Laws religion is still there after this. We're going to have pretty good economy. We even have copper, I know, right? And in this game, we actually did have both of the resources. We both have iron and horses. I mentioned that in a lot of my games, I never seem to have them. But in this game, I actually do. All right. So we have a free build slot here for right now. You know what? Let's go exploring with a workboat, too. Well, no, never mind. Well, yeah. Let's go exploring with a workboat. And there's a good chance we can use it for, like, that fish resource down the road anyway. Now, one thing about this fish is it's in the second ring, and that city's going to be garbage until then. But you never know. All right. Let's get going over here. We can move here and drop you guys off next turn, which we might as well do because it saves us a turn. Okay, you at Barb Valley. This looks fantastic. Barb Valley, you just need to grow onto these tiles. Let's get you another cottage. Do we have another? Let's clear the forest on this tile, which was annoying us for a long time. Now I feel like we almost have more workers than we need. Not really, though, because that's going to be done in 4 turns. Where else do I need improvement? You know what? Guys, just do the cottage together. Works for me. Could I double work priests? I could. That's true. This city could double work priests at size 6. That's not the worst idea. It would mean giving up, like, I could work all the other tiles and then we could get a great profit in 17 turns. That's not a bad idea. Obviously, it's a bit of a sacrifice, but we could have that in our back pocket if we could get one of those. I almost want to wait to see if, like, the Code of Laws religion falls early, which it might, but it also might stick around for a while because the AIs that want religion, like, already have them. Here's the border pop from our great lighthouse. And Fishy now needs to go onto its settler, which we will triple whip next turn. Overflow back into the lighthouse. One thing we also have to watch is Axome will eventually produce a great merchant. We would like to get a profit before that. Hi, Story of Armin. Hey, buddy. Do we have his bar graphs yet? Let's look at the bar graphs, by the way. Okay. Score, we're actually hanging in there decently right now on score. GMP, we're actually tops GMP over these two. Production is low, that's to be expected. Food, okay, we're actually above Mehmet in food. That's a good sign. Power, we are nowhere close to them in power, but that's what you would expect. Culture, we're not there either. Or you could go for, yeah, theocracy is also a possibility. The problem is theocracy is, like, I don't really like light bulbing theocracy. And it doesn't really do anything for us otherwise. Code of Laws is much more useful. Courthouses are good. Caste system is great for us because, like, we're spiritual. We can flip back and forth between different things, which is, you know, really, really useful. All right, 3 turns. Okay, so we can go over here and start chopping next turn. And then these guys can come down here and help. All right, Fishy. I guess that turns it into a 2-pop whip, but that's okay. I see Story Warman's got a chariot up there. All right, so you pop one out. And the worker might as well pop out too, because that frees up the galley to move. Otherwise, we could move here and unload next turn, but like it's no faster to do it that way. Crab people, working your only tiles here. Needs a granary and lighthouse, and then this is just largely a fishing village. It can mine some of the hill tiles, but it's mostly just a fishing village. This spot up here is largely the same deal. All right, and then cottage that. Fishy. Get yourself. Oh, it's still a 3-pop whip. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll get plenty of overflow. Might overflow into and finish the archer, actually, because we need a defender for up there. And then you're going to have to come down here and help out with that. All right. Meanwhile, the War Chariot, the Barb Buster, our hero, the hero of our time. There we go. Oh, that's going to be... Well, yeah, that workboat can explore and then be up there, but we need a border pop, unfortunately, before we can actually hook that up. Anyway, Barb City is still holding with 3 archers. Barb Valley is actually our top city right now. Also, Barb Valley, what are you doing? Why are you working this tile? Bad city. Bad. But yeah, getting the gold will, or getting forges will also be nice because it adds a little bit more happiness. We're kind of happiness starved right now. A religion would technically help with that as well. We actually have a lot of resources. Look at this. We have more resources connected than this guy, so that's a good sign. Although, I don't know if we see that if he only has 1 copy. 2, 4... He has 6 cities, and we only have 5, but we're getting there. We do seem like we're doing better than Mehmed, who only has... Well, he has the same amount of cities as us, but I don't think he's doing great. This is just... There's no variant in this game. We're just trying to win. Immortal, you can't really mess around that much. It's a pretty tough difficulty. All right, as I said, we have a little space here at the moment. What do we need right now? Honestly, another workboat to explore sounds good. We do want to know what's on this map. Yeah, and I need a defender for up there. I'm actually going to 1-turn the archer. We'll just wait 1 turn and then head out the following turn. Because this galley's on, like, patrol duty, but... Or maybe it should be a galley? But that's much more expensive. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Well, let's do this, and maybe we'll 2-pop whip the galley. Or do the galley and 2-pop whip it when we hit the happiness cap. Okay. Trying to see what's on this little corner of the map here. This war chariot will start heading south to explore. Gold Spice is finally going to pop its borders, and then I'll build an archer for Gold Spice, so it has an actual defender here. Okay, so you stop and you chop the following turn, and then we'll farm that tile. There we go. Alrighty, yeah, you just this is fine. I'm fine with just growing on the water tiles here. There's so little food in this city. Just grow on the water tiles. At any point in time, we can do this. I guess we should try to. Well, I was gonna say we should try to cottage this. I mean, I guess we should. We need to do the archer here. Actually, we'll do the barracks first because we're not in any particular hurry. All right, let's go see what's down there to the south. Oh, stone. Interesting. Stone out there. Why does it keep defaulting to this tile? That means we whip the galley next turn. Might as well road that tile while we're there. Okay, archer in the boat. Whoop, there you go. And we actually would rather you work this tile and just keep growing. Off you go, up north. If there's a fish resource, it's worth settling. Does Gold Spice need a defender? It does, but right now, it's nowhere close to the happiness limit, so it's not really a big deal. It's more we just would prefer to put a unit in there at some point. Okay. All right, granary done. Now, what does this city? What does this city want? This poor little city, Gold Spice is just sacrificing for the good of the rest of the empire. I mean, I guess we do the. I mean, what we really want to do is we want to do a forge here, I suppose, but we don't. That's not an option. Meanwhile, we will work the farm so it can actually grow a little bit. I don't know what's on that island, but I want it. I don't want the AI setting up shop there. We're going to need workers on that overseas island too. But for right now, we'll just finish that road connection. Oh, hi there, Barbs. Barb, we'll take our 99.4%. We'll probably have to heal afterwards, but this guy does not like barb archers. Let's just say that. Now, Crab People is almost able to whip its granary, and I would whip the... Well, no, I wouldn't whip off a resource tile. The sheep is a pretty good tile. What is that? That's a 3-2-1 tile once that's done. All right, Barb Valley, you need to whip this galley. And this galley, I'm thinking, goes out on like some deep exploring. Again, it's pretty... With the Great Lighthouse, it's like anything we found is basically worth settling. We definitely want to... Maybe we go to the happiness cap here, build a settler, and just dump it up here. Even if we don't really know what's on that island. There's got to be something decent on that island. Alright, you can regrow on the lighthouse. No, I'll go the... I might go the priest specialist here, but... I haven't decided quite yet if that's what I want. Well, someone getting a great profit is not ideal. Okay, so the Ottomans are already set up shop up north somewhere. He still apparently doesn't have writing. Of course, we also don't have writing. It's like, he doesn't have writing tech. It's like, well, you don't have writing tech either. Clearly the best spot to put a city on this island is this hill tile right here, because it's a plains hill, and any resource that's in this city would get claimed by that spot. It's kind of a barren island, but... Oh, hi there, Pakal. Found someone else. All these AIs have different religions. I guess we should start trying to get espionage points on him so we can see his demos. Again, we're a little bit behind, but not too bad considering it's... Oh, hello. Okay, well, I guess we should start running a specialist here then. Because we're already at the happiness cap. We'll do this, and then when we're about to grow, we'll run this as well. we'll pull off this resource as well. All right, you need to heal, I think. I don't want you to die way out there. Fishy. Well, we got to start some kind of build there next. Let's improve this tile next. Maybe you can come join that effort. Let's see. Actually, you can come help down here. Or one of you should probably go help that new city, I suppose. There might not be a resource on the island, it's true. But in any case, we would like to control that territory, I think. Alright. Lighthouse done. We have lots of food in this. This spot has a lot of food. We can do a 5-turn settler, so we will. Okay, Pakal finishes the Hindu shrine. Oh, he was the one who just got that great profit. And apparently Suryavarman built the pyramids, based on what we're seeing. We one pop whip that granary next turn. That is worthwhile to do. Vishy, I think, naturally builds this settler because of the lack of happiness. You might as well connect that. Okay. I can't seem to get any anything going on like deep maybe this boat after dropping this off can go on a deep exploration. Oh, hello. Well, that just made that spot a lot nicer. That might turn into 2 cities, actually. And no, we're not declaring war. That might turn into 2 cities. If only I could sign open borders with you. But I can't. Okay. So I guess that was a short trip for that scouting workboat. Because we can't head in that direction. But yeah, I'm thinking that we'll try to drop a city on that tile, and it might not have any resources, in which case it'll just be another... and you're about to grow into unhappiness as well. Okay. It'll just be another real poverty point location. So we're going to get a great profit. I don't know what we're going to do with a great profit, but we'll get one. And hey, look, metal casting. We're going to have early metal casting. And yeah, maybe Axome will build us a Colossus, I suppose. Needs to do the forge first, but that's fine. So we had a great question here. Why do you set the gold slider at 100%, then burn it all to research? Why not set it the value closest to 0? So Ethelwind has given you one of the 2 explanations, is the rounding. You avoid, the way that the math works is you lose a couple beakers due to rounding if you're running like 40% or 70%. That's the lesser reason. The actual reason why is it lets you change your mind, is the biggest thing. Let's say that you start research. Let's say, like I said, I'd like to try to get the Code of Laws religion. Let's say you just start researching Code of Laws. So you can do it one of 2 ways. You can research it steady state over 10 turns, or you can save for 7 turns and burn it in 3 turns. The reason why it's better to save for 7 turns is stuff can happen during those 7 turns. Maybe the religion gets yanked. Maybe someone attacks you and you desperately need gold to upgrade units. By saving and then burning at 100%, you can change your mind. You can research a different tech. You can upgrade units. It gives you more flexibility. That's the biggest reason. Also, as you said, the known tech bonus. If someone else picks up the tech while you're researching it, you actually get a discount on that tech. So that's a great explanation. All those things are true. Oh, hey, and Hammurabi. Okay, apparently Hammurabi's the big dog. He is the highest scorer. And we entered the classical era. Alright, so where do we want to go next? I think we want to try to make a run for Code of Laws. So the cheapest way to get there is meditation, priesthood, on the Code of Laws. We'll at least make the attempt. We'll see what happens. The religion is still out there, right? No. Someone has claimed one of those religions, so it might not be out there anymore. 4 of the religions have been claimed. So that is not an option. So that means we'll go writing next instead. And, well, okay, one of the religions got founded this turn. So I didn't actually miss that detail. It's the religion literally just got founded, like this turn. Let's check in and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 8 cities. Okay, that's more than we do. We only have 5. We're about to get to 6 again. The higher difficulties are... You know what? Let's just see if there's anything on that island. We'll unload you on the next turn. Does not appear that there's anything on this island. We'll need a name for this city. This city looks fantastic. As I said, we might split off the crabs to a different spot. This workboat is just going to come over here and connect to one of these. So I'll let chat suggest a name. Could have been theology. We don't know. It was either theology or code of laws. It could have been either one. And the first thing we need is the monument here, the obelisk, to pop the borders. That's actually the top priority because the resources are in the second ring. This island looks pretty crummy right now. Let's send you further afield and see if you can spot anything. Monte Carlo. And it is the correct decision to work that forested hill tile to get the workboat out faster, or to get the obelisk done faster. So we'll grab writing here. I actually wish I did not have choose religions on, because then I'd know whether it was theology that was taken or code of laws that was taken. So we're going to get a great prophet. I don't know what we're going to do with a great prophet, but if we could get our hands on a religion, we could shrine it right away, which would be absolutely fantastic. But anyway, we're actually not doing that bad for Immortal. We're actually competitive with Mehmed and Pakal 2, 4. I mean, he's only 1 city ahead of us. For Immortal, that's not bad. Immortal is, like, not a joke. This is a pretty tough difficulty. I'm wondering if we should work this. I mean, we should probably work this tile over this tile, even though the Plains cow is really good. So get a great profit in 16 turns. We're slowly working our way towards that. You know what? Gold Spice will probably just build an archer for itself. Axholm. What are you doing, Axholm? Do I want to work the water tile here? I mean, I want to get the forge done. We're industrious, so we get the cheap forges, which is nice. Let's let you grow to size 6, and then I think at size 6 I'll slow down the production a bit, because we can do this, and then we can do this. And we can get up to 13 production per turn, and then we can do this to get to 14. Let's let you grow 1 more pop size. And then we'll get out the forge, which we can do very quickly. Because it's like a 5-turn build, and then the Colossus is not much more. Oh, we have some spare workers. A couple of them can slot down here, and they can chop some of this into forge / Colossus. Because you're almost done with this, and then you're almost done with this. Yeah, we can slot down here, and then that's our next project, because there's a lot of water tiles on this map. I said you needed to whip your granary, which is a perfect 1-pop whip, off a terrible tile and gets the granary done, and then Lighthouse is obviously next. And these little overseas colonies will start producing. You will be full health next turn, and then you can explore what's... I might have you go in this direction, because the galley's heading north. We just have to keep trying to get anything that's not nailed down. We are going to need the water tiles there. All right. Interesting. And Suryavarman and Mehmed, by the way, are not the Christian founders either, which is interesting. Ah! I'm glad I scouted that tile. Well, we know where the fishy settler is going, don't we? We know right where the fishy settler is going. So you need to come drop off this worker at Monte Carlo and then be prepared to come back. Ah, we're finding some more Ottoman cities up here. Do we have enough to research writing? Writing is a very cheap tech, by the way. Yes, we do. So we'll research writing. And it looks like we found... Is that Pakal's border down there? No, that's Suryavarman's border. Okay. the guy who's exploring us. But we have open borders with him, so we can make our way through there. All right, you... Oh, hi, barbarians. Well, that's why we have a war chariot there. Let's see. You know, we're going to need a tile to work. We actually do need to mine these hill tiles, because we're going to need a tile to work over there. All right, yep, Fishy's going to have its settler done. Now we're going to need a defender for up there. I might send... well, I can't really send the warrior along, because I need it for military, for military police. We'll squeeze a unit out of somewhere. Okay, anyway, you... Let's see here. Construction would also be nice for better roads through here. Okay. So Gold Spice can now finally grow a little bit. Not a lot, but it'll give at least enough food. This gets us, let's see, enough food that we can work. This at size 2. So we're at +3 food per turn right now. We can work this at size 2. Oh, you know what we can do? With this, we can work this at size 2 and the gold at size 3. And that, I think we just stay at size 3, because those are the best tiles we can work. But without this farm, we can't work the ivory and the gold. Like, this tile's not really valuable to work until Calendar Tech. Okay, I need to get guys down to Axholm to chop there. So let's get you over here. Okay, you are going to continue slotting over here. Yeah, Gold Spice is a pretty sad spot, but it is valuable. I wonder if there's anything on this island. We need to get an explorer over here, too. Axholm, can I get you to grow 1 turn faster? Oh, you're one. You know what? Finish the barracks this turn. There we go. Just finish the barracks so you can start working on that forge. It took the time to build the barracks, which was not a waste, but not the fastest. Monte Carlo is going to drop off this worker next turn, and then skedaddle. Actually, I might just... I need you to be down here. I might just move down. I might just drop off the worker here, so I don't have to waste another turn's worth of movement. I don't really have that much for the worker to do at Monte Carlo anyway. Chopping this would be nice. That's what it would be. It would be get a forest chop. But I need the galleon to get down here so it can pick up this settler. Although I guess the settler can also move here. Anyway. Always more to do. Always more to do. Alright, you need to start working on this forge. You need to grow. We want you to grow this turn. And then we're going to go heavy production setup after that. Okay. Yeah, let's get you down to Axholm. We even got another forest to chop. That's nice. Okay, you here. We want you to move to there. Unfortunately, I can't do that just yet. Until the borders expand, there's not much I can do there. Again, it would be nice if I had caste system, but I do not. That's why Code of Laws is a nice tech for us. And you just need to get down here so we can pick that up as soon as possible. And next turn, hopefully I can sign open borders with Mehmed. Is that a settler? Okay, he's going to found there, but that's a pretty terrible spot for a city. Well, maybe he's going to try to go for my my cow spot. Well, if he gets that, he gets that. Actually, Axholm's going to pop its borders in 6 turns, so he might not even be able to get the cows, even if he wants that. Anyway, mine. Oh, there's another resource over there. Okay, so that's worth a city. Is this a plains hill? This is a grassland hill. It's got to be right here, right? Sheep. It gets a 3 food lake tile. It gets stone and then a copper. That's a nice spot for a city. In fact, this is a nice enough spot. I'm wondering... No, we have to take this because this is a more threatened spot. But then we definitely go for that one next. This is a more threatened spot, so we are going to have to grab that. Alright, and we finish writing. Alright. So at this point... Boy, I really wish I knew if the Code of Laws religion had been taken. I mean, we could try to go math currency, but there's no chance Code of Laws religion would still be there. Crab people like after Lighthouse might make a decent settler. Maybe it could be a good spot to get a settler from. Caldera is the name of the map script. Let's just do this. Let's grab Meditation Priesthood, and I want to at least see. These are not bad text to have anyway. They're very, very cheap, and they're not bad ones to have. That way we can at least see if the Code of Laws religion is still there. I suspect it is not, but it's possible that someone went for theology. It is possible that that happened. All right, we got the settler. We need the extra happiness from a forge. So we're going to head in that direction next. We're going to be doing a lot of forge builds because they give us more happiness. Oh, wait, no, actually, I think I need a defender. I think I need a defender. Can you get me an archer for this city spot? Or for yourself. I can always have this warrior pop on the galley next turn. Where is this? Okay. So you're going to go here and chop. And you're going to go here. We're going to get all of these riverside tiles chopped. Chop. And the forge. We can two. That's right, we're industrious. We get very cheap. Oh, but do I want to lose 2 pop here? I don't want to lose the Colossus. Colossus is too important. We got to hold on to that. So do this and do this. Or do this. And then we're going to overflow. And you know what? I keep saying I'm going to stop on an even turn, but I want to see if I can get Colossus, dang it. So I think we need to go couple more turns to see if we can get this wonder. I know, just one more turn. No one has ever. It's this new thing. No one's ever said this before, but there's this thing called just one more turn. I know, right? Crazy. All right, well, he founded that spot, which is an utter garbage spot for a city. Okay. Drop the fish for the cottage at Fishy. Good call. Yeah, because well, no, I actually don't want that because I actually, food does carry over. I don't think that that's worthwhile to make that trade-off, I'm afraid. So I think I actually do want that. All right, now I was going to go over here, but this is going to take so long for the borders to expand. I think I want to use this right here so this city immediately has its stuff. All right, can we sign open borders with you? Might as well. Oh, he's the worst enemy of Pakal and Meth Med, probably due to religion. 2, 4, 6, and he's definitely expanding well. Okay, also you, 2, 4, 6, 8 cities as well. Might as well sign the open borders with people. 2, 4, 6, 7 cities. But like we're keeping up in expansion, so I'm pretty okay. And you seem to be struggling, which is good because you're our closest neighbor. So if you are weak, that gives us an expansion opportunity down the road. Okay, now of course we still can't go through ocean tiles, but there we go. Okay, well there's your capital. I should wipe you out because this is my island right now. I should take the time to clear barbs if they're on it. Okay. Anyway, okay, so yeah, you're working on that. You are about to go up here and chop this and mine it. And then we just need the borders to pop also. Meditation. We're still positive income, which is pretty nice. But we'll let our gold build up a little bit and go from there. Currencies. Oh, and hello, this is also a unit we need to clear. %. And I would definitely keep this city. It can just take this tile here. All right, the whip on happiness is not worn off just yet at this city. So we are going to get a great profit. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that great profit, but if we can ever get our hands on a religion, I think I said that before, but anyway. So yeah, when these 3 forests chop, I think that might be enough with the copper bonus and the industrious bonus to finish Colossus quickly. Hey, we're actually not last on this. That's, again, this early in the game, that's not bad for Immortal. All right, we got the Forge. Oh, 7 turns. Oh, my God. The Forest... Do we even need the chops? I mean, we might as well. We got him here. So, yeah, in 3 turns... Okay, I was terrified that that was going to say the Colossus has been completed. Okay, and this is why we... Want to make sure that we have a unit over here. I would like to heal you, but I need you to be in the area. Maybe I'll get lucky and Syria Varmint will clear that unit for me. All right. So you are going overseas, which I thought our unhappiness wore off here. Oh well. Let's just wait one more turn. We'll finagle it so the archer comes out one turn faster. There we go. Now we have the 3-food lake tile. We have so much food here. It's just happiness. We would definitely benefit from hereditary rule over here. Okay. And we can see, there we go. Got a nice view of your capital now. Okay, so this is quite close to his capital. If we could take this spot. Oh wait, you know what? Never mind. We can keep exploring. I forgot we can go in your territory now. If we can take this spot away from him, that's going to be fantastic. They're all cautious with us. These guys don't love us, but they're not upset with us. Yeah, I mean, if we can snag this spot right here and this spot here, we kind of boxed him out of some territory that really should be his. Oh, hi there. It's a bit of an attack stack. I hope you're not planning on attacking me. Fortunately, the AI is not very good at attacking over water, so nice capital indeed. Yeah, gems, not bad. So we're definitely starting to expand overseas here and tweak the AI. I would say that this is probably not the hardest map script for a human player to play on because the AI struggles, as we know, with happiness. I think that we'll whip the forge or something. I'll figure it out. All right, lighthouse done here. So you are now unhappy, but that unhappiness is going to wear off shortly. We'll put this on forge for the time being. Yeah, we're just going to keep letting this great prophet roll along. Now, one thing I do not want Fishy doing is working that tile. That's no good, certainly. Yeah, I think we whip the forge next turn. And then maybe do library. Oh, no, never mind. No. We're going to need to get... well, we'll put the forge this turn. Next turn, we swap to settler when the food box is almost all the way full. And then we'll whip the settler. Settler will go to this spot up here because we want to claim that. And I'm going to need another defender. So maybe belay the forge order for the moment. How about you get me another archer? Or something. Maybe let's put that on hold for the time being. Well, we need to 2-pop whip something. Can we 2-pop whip the forge? I think we can 2-pop whip the forge and then overflow that into like an archer defender. Something like that. Anyway, you need to heal. But this way you're in position to protect. Anyway, Monte Carlo would not have been my first place to settle if I had known more about what was up there. But it was the best I could do with the vision I had at the time. Want to poke the bear and put the clam in first ring. Where is that? Clam in first ring. No, I want to settle right here. Because it's on a plains hill tile and it gets the whole island. Anyway, Crab People finished its initial... What's it called? Mine there. Some sad cities. Yeah, there's some sad cities. They're not too impressive, are they? Anyway, we can probably turn research on for meditation now. Oh, we can almost one-turn this. We'll just do it and knock it out in 2 turns then. I don't suppose anyone has... no one has alphabet yet. Okay. There is still one more AI because we haven't found the Christian founder, the person who founded Christianity yet. Okay, and this should finish the Colossus, all these chops. Oh, are we just short? We're short. Okay. We're short. We were short by one. We were short by one. Oh, never mind. We just do this. There we go. There we go. Colossus. Boom. There's our 1 turn. Nice. I'm getting some good scouting info over here too. So this must be like the northern end of the Caldera. All right, anyway, you scoot down here. You can be ready to unload up there. 1, 2. Actually, you can go there, unload on this tile. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so we can unload in 2 more turns. Move here, unload here, and then that frees you up to come back down. All right, Barb Valley. We'll 2-pot whip it next turn. And be good to go from there. All right, Gold Spice. You should be working this tile here. And then you pick up the gold, so we don't need you there. Axholm. We definitely want to mine at least one of these tiles so that we have a 4 production tile. And we'll go back to your growth setup after this. You could definitely get out some units for us though. All right, chop that, and then you'll mine it, and then we'll finally get the borders to expand. We also need a workboat for up there, so maybe Barb Valley can build a workboat for when the borders expand up there. So many things to juggle, right? Always a million things to juggle. Anyway, Fishy is about to... No, that's right. Fishy had to swap into its settler, so we can triple whip that next turn. Pakal has 3 religions, does he? You think that he does? I thought that there's somebody else maybe who founded it. I guess Pakal does have a lot of religions. Well, that's not good. That means he's going to go for cultural victory. One chop... Oh, one of the chops did it go into Gold Spice? Oh, one of them did. Well, the good news is it didn't matter. That was a waste of a chop. Gold Spice didn't need its barracks to be faster. You're right. It did go into Gold Spice. That's okay. Axholm still finished the Colossus anyway. Priesthood. All right. There's the Colossus. We got the 2 water wonders, which should be good on this map since it has a decent amount of water on it. No, I think there's 2 more AIs. I think there's 6 AIs on this map, so there should be 2 more. Pakal may not have founded all of those religions. All right. You need to build units for us, but we're not running this ridiculous setup here. I mostly just need archers for defenders. Gold Spice, same thing. Well, you do need a library, but why don't you build an archer? Oh, yeah, build an archer for yourself, because that's been kind of an annoyance for some time now. You should road this tile, because that's a useful road link. You just chill here for a turn. Well, there goes any chance. So there goes any chance. That's one of those was definitely the Code of Laws religion. So theology and Code of Laws look like they've both been snapped up at this point. So there's no religion available for us right now. We're gonna have this great profit, but we're not really gonna have a good thing to use them for, unfortunately. All right, whip the forge, which will get us more happiness, and I think we need a workboat afterwards. Yeah, you're just chilling here. Okay. And then they need to walk 1 tile west on the following turn. Oh, you're all out of movement. Oh, I wasted movement. I could have unloaded on this tile. Oh well. Oh, hi there, Barbarian. What's up? Good thing I spotted you. Barb Buster on the case. All right, so that means tech-wise, Priesthood has very, very little utility, and we want to go math into currency next. Definitely want math into currency. We don't really need that much for math. Just like 2 turns of researching, because the extra trade route's really big. Okay, so this is a pretty good stopping point, I think. I'd say it's going pretty well thus far. We're very much in striking distance with the AI, given the difficulty. Immortal is, as I said, no joke. After having to restart the game so many times. Oh, wait. There's only 1 defender in here. Holy cow. We gotta be on top of this, because that means Mehmet or somebody is probably right on this other side. I gotta get another unit over here. There's only 1 archer here. I wish I had another unit. Honestly, let's do this. Move the archer over here. I could, if I can wait one more turn, I can throw the archer against, and then the war chariot will clean up. Hold on, let's see if we can. I hate to keep doing the one more turn thing, but let's see if we can snipe this Barb City. There's only one archer in there. Oh, never mind. Another archer just moved in, I think. I think another archer just moved in. We need units. You can contribute to the Empire that way. All right, we definitely need a granary here next. Look at all our trade route income. Nice. Anyway, another archer moved in. So never mind, false alarm. We'll stop here after all. False alarm. And it looks like Surrey Varming cleaned up something over there. Gotta continue to maintain on patrol against these barbarians. Could I build another chariot in Gold Spice? I could build another. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Again, if it's that way, if it's ever down to one archer, I can snag the city, which is 100% worth taking. It's even a coastal city for Great Lighthouse purposes. Yeah, another war chariot's a great idea. And I think I was supposed to 3-pot whip this, wasn't I? Anyway. Okay, do this. Now, do I have a defender for this? No. Barb Buster will be our defender. Anyway, we're starting to get our look on some of these other spots. Okay. We definitely want that tile for future use later on. And, okay. Where was it? We just gotta, there we go. Gotta chop into the granary. This city has just been dead weight so far, but it's going to be a very good city. We can actually chop this, and then that'll basically finish the granary, or come very close to it. I know we don't have math yet, but it'll help a lot. Okay. So, to reiterate, this is a good stopping point. Why are you working this engineer? What is going on here? I don't want that engineer. I want you working good tiles. We actually now have the happiness that we could maybe work more tiles here. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. If you want the demos, or did we get demos with Bakal? So we need to get them with Hammurabi next. We'll turn them on with Hammurabi while I'm thinking about it. Let's see. So, not great. Not great, but this is not that bad for Immortal, like this early in the game. We should be able to out-tech some of these AIs with our setup here. Like, it might not look great, but like if we run break even on math, which is 60%, you know, we're right there at rival average. I'll take that. We're gonna get a great person here. If we could ever get control of somebody's holy city, we could then shrine it. But Methnet is the obvious target. He's the weakest AI. I mean, we don't want to fight him right now because power-wise, he's, you know, way, way, way stronger. But like, definitely down the road, I could see that happening for sure. And he's also close to us geographically as well. So let's continue scouting, expanding, and then try to bide our time. We have, what, 6 cities right now? 3, 4, 5, 6. We plant another city next turn. And the top AIs, 2, 4, 6. The top AIs just have 8 cities. So, like, we're in striking distance. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, the top AIs just have 8 cities. Like, we're in striking distance with them. So, I'm quite happy with how this is going. All right. Hopefully this was entertaining. I'm sorry that we had to restart the game like 5 times, but clearly the answer was do not go for an early religion, just play the game normally, and it's working. All right, Surrey has 7.5 cities, given how terrible. We need to go into the editor and rename this from Bantier Cadet to the real poverty point. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying this. I will see you guys next week. Until then, have a good one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.